finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see. I'm feeling like love tonight. There's no stopping what I
So, we had a bit of a freeze up earlier with Emil's computer. So, Emil, I gotta put you on mute on the Discord. So if you try and say anything to me, just communicate through text chat. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm just trying not to hear my own echo. So, yeah, welcome everybody to Popology Weekly number 15. Just again, gotta get the brackets sorted. We are delayed by 10 minutes at this point. So, if you're just hopping in and if you're just hopping in and you want to sign up, then join the Popology Discord. Oh, excuse me. Hello, hello, clone.
Hi.
Once again,
Hi
just
again.
waiting to start the tournament. We're just getting some people in the bracket. I haven't seen the bracket yet. I have no clue what it looks like. I just came back from the gym, so
Nice. How'd it go?
yeah, it went pretty good. I was on the stair machine there. I got my heart rate above like 190 for about a good 5 minutes while I was on there. So that means I worked the cardio pretty good.
Nice.
Yep, yep. Man, I might run out of breath while trying to provide commentary on these matches. Not gonna lie. I usually I must admit I usually like standing while I'm making these calls because yeah, I don't have like a fancy gamer chair right now. So if I have to like sit down, it's like really bad for my posture. But obviously standing's a different story. But it's kind of just tiring standing right now.
My desk is usually too low down for me to be able to stand up. I can't reach my keyboard.
KYS. That's my comment on that.
Yeah.
Mm. Man, this H2O tastes really good right now, Cologne. That's the comment that I gotta give on in this pregame show right here. So. For those of you that are just checking in to the tournament and want to be part of the bracket, give us a shout out in the Twitch chat. We'd love to hear from you before you inevitably face your death. That might sound insulting, but all but one of you are going to face that fate. So I can say that with pretty high confidence.
Also, Termi Dino, if you're here, check in.
What what'd you say?
Oh, I said if Termi Dino is here, you should check in, because he's not checked in right now.
Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, Termi's been making a lot of waves this season. I just want to talk about Termi's season and how she kind of. I mean, this is her first Tom season, right? And
Yeah. I think it's first season period.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. First season. And it's just been coming in and absolutely tearing just tearing the Hom leaderboard to shreds. And just so you know, Termy
Oh
Dino
yeah,
is not
Termi
Termy.
Dino is not
Yes, we
Termi, by
know.
the way. Like probably everything I forgot to
But
mention that, but you know.
but but yeah, Termy's definitely a fierce competitor. I think she came into the game at just the right time. Right when the tight sends were being introduced. Um, so I've had some wicked matches with Termy so far this season. They've been absolute blast to play to play. Um, so yeah. What about your playing experience with Termy? You been able to face her yet this season?
Yeah, a few times. Usually just die to one FWAP because mortars don't aim.
Yeah, Mortar is quite prevalent in the meta for a variety of different reasons, but something I've learned the hard way, Cologne, is that just cause Nabat on ability can defend one F Moab doesn't mean that the Abat off ability can defend like 4 or 5 of them sent your way, you know?
Yeah. If you're in the spot, you can usually just buy a fan club and be fine, but you know.
Hmm. I always forget about fan club as a viable option, but yeah, it's kind of interesting because I think the one strat that has been really prevalent in this meta, not necessarily overwhelmingly, but it's prevalent, right? Fedora, Dart, Mortar, Farm, all right.
Yep.
But it definitely has a weak round 17, round 9, like weak round 17, round 18 sequence, you know?
Yeah, the only real weakness is round 18. There's no real weak spot other than
Yeah.
that. If you bring Jericho, which is a better hero overall for that strat, but if it doesn't defend as well, there's more weak points, like round 13 is a little bit annoying. Uh, with just spacer ramps, you can usually force a shell shock, sometimes even a jug as well. Round 22 is FCMG forces
It's
double
interesting.
Fang Club ABAT, sometimes shattering as well if they don't have boost. FDDs are good send as well if they don't have shattering up. And the FBATs, you can't just
There are
chain
practice
insides, but
matches.
Fedora fixes all those problems.
Emil,
So,
you can put on the practice matches if you want, but I'll just be talking with Cologne about like just random stuff about the season. So, um, but um, but yeah, not actually Cologne. Sorry, I was interrupting you and whatever, but there was another topic I wanted to tackle before we started with this tournament, and that was the topic of I'm not sure if you caught what was being talked about in Blue in general in this server earlier, but we were talking about low ecoflow charts versus high ecoflow charts. So I was under the impression, conventional wisdom, right, that you want to emphasize getting a high amount of eco, just because if you try and go low eco farms, right, your farms are going to get sold. Um, but Jake was kind of coming in here talking about doing like a 2,000, 2,300 eco flow chart and getting B sent, maybe like around 25, around 26, something.
I
Um,
don't know if 2000 is considered low eco, but uh,
well, let's say like I would say like 2,000. It's kind of like low eco, right? And then I would say 3,000 is like high eco, right? I mean, it's kind of risky, honestly, if you try and play late game, for instance, and you only rack up like 1,500 eco, right? Just because if you bias your eco too much towards farms, right? Round 24 is going to come around and it's going to leave you really in a bad situation.
yeah, but if you don't have farms, then you can't really rush. So usually go at most 2k eco. Usually like 1700, because you're anti-selling like all the way. So might just
Right.
probably rotate to the higher eco early game, and then you have enough farms that even if you sell them, you're usually fine. And if they force you to sell farms with Dart,
Mm.
you're usually happy because they're rushing you.
Mm. Let's see here. Jake says lower than people used to get. I think that's the point that Jake's trying to put across here, because um, I think before these tight rushes came around, Cologne, we were getting you could probably get about what is it? I mean, you could get like 2,250, 2,500 on a good day, right? Not really worry about it too much, right? Just go for Monkey
Yeah,
Wall
it's
Street
also
afterwards.
like because you were going bomb, and bomb stalls rounds really hard.
Hmm.
The entire point of
There's
Dart is
no
to make
KB
sure
yet
no
in
round
the
ever really gets stalled out, and if you do, then you're generally gonna lose the game because your late game is at most 2 F-bats usually. If you have infinite money, you can defend
Mm.
like 5, but that's very rarely gonna happen.
Mm. Hmm. Where's no KB in the leaderboards? I'm curious where he's at in the because
I
I know
think
he's
he's top
been
30.
he's been doing a lot of grinding lately. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he usually just comes back for like one
Yeah.
season, plays a lot, and then goes back. He's 25th right
Hmm.
now.
It's a tough season out there to grind. I was trying to catch one of No KB streams after getting the shit scared out of me in Five Nights at Freddy's, but he done lost 83 and called it after he called the stream after that. I just didn't
Yeah,
even get to
that
see like a
that does
gameplay.
happen a lot. This season, for some reason, there's a lot of people with really low elo. I don't know why that happened.
Bro, I lost a game in the most shocking manner, right? I was up against Snowy Owl, and I was doing pretty good. I had about like 2200 eco, like round 23. I sent like some BFBs, whatever his way, like way too many BFBs that he wasn't gonna be able to defend him and stuff, right? I was just getting ready for my little counter rush round 23, right? He's probably gearing up to send them T-lets, right? Jericho ability. Force sells the only D camo warner I had on screen at the time. Camo Ceram sneaks through natural camo Ceram. I lose the game.
You just forgot about
And
how
that's why
Imag
I'm
existing.
0-1 against
Just
Snowy Owl
fair
this
enough.
season.
Oh, it's
I am
well,
10-2 in my last 12 games, and my 2 losses are against Snowy Owl and Fortified Red Balloon.
also the best players in the game, so I wouldn't be too ashamed.
But yeah, it's really hard to be consistent, right? When you play some of those games against those lower rank peoples, right? And the way to win them is to just like take the game late, right? Because when you take the game late like that, right? It's there's just high risk that you get caught up by a choke rush. So I do like the T rushes though, the new tight rushes. They do give opportunities to kind of end the game before you can get choke rushed and sort of lose a really, those games where you're in a heavily favored position.
Yeah,
I,
I
I think
like
that's
throwing
the big.
games a
I
lot.
think that's the big thing that's causing. Go on.
Oh, I just said I'm really good at throwing games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really the consistency against bottom hom, I think, which that's how you grind. That's how you consistently move up through the leaderboards, right? You not only win the meta games, right, but you win the non-meta matchups.
Yeah,
So we're about gearing to go here. Bacon has a bye based on the current rankings, but we do need to see some matches from Minimum, Crunker, Alex, and Termy Dino. Um, so we're just gearing to get those set up. And once I get the green light here, once we see the matches going, we'll start calling these. So, but yeah, it's funny, Clone, because I have a higher win rate against. So I have a really good win rate against Goofy, right? Because I'm 5-0 against him. I'm 3-0 against Termy, but I'm 0-1 against Snowy. I'm like 1-3 against Elliot AU Paul, right? What else is there? And I threw a match against Mortar Monkey on ports because I didn't understand how Boomer Mortar start worked.
oh yeah, that does happen. You just
Yeah.
gotta do more and then sell it to Kylie, and you're usually fine.
Hmm.
You can't do boomer start on that map, or you end up just dying or leaking to 2 and then dying to Jericho. Yeah.
Hmm. I gotta give I gotta apologize to Emil because Cologne. I'm not sure if you saw the clip or you saw the live stream that Emil had the other day, right? Um, Emil had a fantastic defense, right? We were going head to toe on P Cove, right? And I did a little ZOMG into a bunch of BFBs, right? And he did triple overdrive and um triple overdrive plus Esmael destroyed my rush. I pretty much had the game on lock, and then
Oh no. Did you just send
I
camos?
desperately rushed camo purples on round 25
Oh,
to pierce cap the little defense he had on screen and allow the natural Moab to leak. I looked at the replay. It was even though it was camo purples and even though he only had one decamo mortar, like all the purples actually got decamoed, but it was the Moab that popped in the cerams that the overdrive actually couldn't take care of the cerams, and yeah.
That's pretty unlucky.
I feel bad about that after the moment, right? In the moment, I'm like, I gotta get my score, right? I gotta get my score.
Yeah.
Or like, I just lost 83 score to Snowy Owl because my decamo mortar got sold, right? I'm not gonna give up on a game win, you know? Once again, still waiting for the matches to get set up here, and here we are. Check it out, Cologne. We're about to start off with some random duo action.
Well, it's did they get heli farm or heli bomb?
I'm curious to see what
Oh,
they got
heli
here.
farm. Okay. Well, you see.
Wow, Heli Farm. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. He's going heli farm dart. I'd imagine he would have gone ice, but
Yeah, and I feel like especially if you're gonna go with the blue, the science Gwen, right? So on the left is, or what's currently in focus here is Fishy versus, is that Jake on the as well? Jake versus Fishy?
yeah, I think it's Jake.
Yep. All right. Brand duo, this should be a fun one here. Cologne, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more, even though this is Star, even though this is a long map, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of rushing in the mid game. Kind of just depends on how these guys play it out.
Yeah. I don't like dart here though, because you just. I mean, past round 13, you're just not gonna be able to anti-stall unless you buy double jug. And if you buy double jug, then you're gonna have no money.
You see, he is going to try and he's going for some anti-stall here anyways. Not like full-on anti-stall, right? Because he's got the dart a little bit
Yeah,
spaced
it's a little
backwards,
low.
Right? Now, one of the
door
things I
spot
like
is
about this
not
dart
good
spot,
either.
though... Yeah, that
I
dart
don't
spot's a
I don't
little
like anything about this
questionable.
door spot. There's like one that does the same thing, but it's just better.
So the one
Like you
thing
could,
about this dart spot, I think, is resilience on round 4. Because if he points that dart towards first, right, he can kind of greed out the round 4 defense a little bit.
yeah, you can just put your dart above Fedora and have it do the exact same thing as well.
So anyways,
So the darts
first
have
star
a
coming
pretty
out
long
here.
range, so you can put it pretty high up.
Yeah, so there's Fishy getting the dart on first. Yeah, so you can greed out this upgrade, okay. And I think what you can do here is get that second dart, get 200 dart, and then upgrade the farm and then go 203. Something like that. I want to think that's what Fishy's thinking here. He's just gonna go for crossbow right here. Okay.
Yeah, crossbow's the
Jake's
best
playing
play.
Heli Ice Farm, isn't he?
Yeah, which is what I'd imagine they would play. And it's overall, I think, just a better loadout.
So my question, you clone, is what exactly is Fishy gonna do for the round 11, round 13 defense?
He's probably just gonna buy a one camo jug and then chill, because there's not really worth sending anything into Fedora. So the problem is that it just doesn't
That's fair.
anti-stall. So if he wants to anti-stall, he's gonna need to buy a second jug, and you probably don't want to do that.
Jake's actually taking quite a few leaks in the early game, down to 54 lives. Still trickle leaking here, as you can see. We're not too concerned about that right now, although he is leaving himself a little bit open. Cocktail coming out. Down to 40 lives is Jake. Fishy, meanwhile, chilling with 74 lives. And I'm not sure if he has fully cross-pathed that crossbow yet. I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, he's just not anti-stalling very well, either. He's making a lot of mistakes.
Oh, he went for a plant right there. Now he's going to try and pressure with some spaced regen eco with some yellows on top.
Yeah, it might get a
Trying
few
to
leaks,
push
but
GP on the limit
it's not
here.
gonna do much. Oh, he did not need to boost that. I don't know why he did that.
Oh, that's a mistake from Jake, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he just fat fingered.
Yeah, big mistake from Jake.
Because he sold his farm
Boosts
and
when he
then
definitely did
boosted.
not
You
need
can't.
to.
you can't really do both.
And now Fishy can kind of just keep poking at him. You see, he's poking at him here with these purples. I don't think he's gonna go for the zebras. You see, he's just going with the purples.
Yeah, round 11 he's gonna need a road or 2 cents, so that's a little rough. You should have if we're gonna sell a farm for something, you should have sold this farm for rotors and not shards. With shards, because with shards, if they make it to the shards, it's just gonna pop everything. So with rotors, you can at least try to stall the rounds out a bit.
First rushing round coming in, no rushing from either player. And, you know, I wasn't really too critical of what Fishy was doing at first, Cologne, but I don't like how Fishy played this early game getting the 300 farm and not cross-pathing it. I think that's a missed
Wait, yeah,
opportunity
just
right
realized
there.
he
That
did not
300
cross
farm,
it.
not very efficient.
Yeah. I don't think he realized he didn't
Yeah,
cross
now he's
it.
finally cross-pathed it. So
He
if
sent this
you're
one for the
Jake, I
first time
think the
since
goal
round
here
4,
is...
though.
So if you're Jake, you just want to play passive and try and win this, right? Just get the cross path here, or
Yeah.
get the plant here. There you go.
I think you just get your plant and then just
Jake gets
start
the plant.
going.
Check rush from Fishy incoming here. This is about a 3k R-Rod.
I think he was good without boost. I don't think he needed to boost that. Because this cocktail got a lot of value. Now he's gonna need to buy an
I think
A-Win,
he got scared
unfortunately.
because of those purples. I think he got scared he wasn't going to take all those purples off Cologne.
Yeah.
Fishy's going to try
I just
again.
think he doesn't
Look
have
at
enough
this.
experience with ice shards. He doesn't know how strong it actually... He had money ahead for that, wow.
Oh, wow. This will defend the rush just fine.
Yeah, now it can't really be rushed until
Yeah,
like
ice shards
round...
plus...
Until like round 22.
Meanwhile, Termy Dino getting a big rush here on the left side of our screen. That's on Dino Graveyard. Those ice towers putting in work. Oh, look at this. Termy's coming back. Round 14 rush immediately boosted. This one's against Alex. Alex going to use the Razor Rotors to defend. Now again, meanwhile, Jake and Fishy, not much happening. Again, Jake still keeping up with Ice Shards plus Arctic Wind. He's essentially unrushable until Moabs come in at this point.
I don't think Moabs are worth it either, because you can just have his rotors pointed full towards the Moabs, and then A-Win Charge is going to catch everything. There's nothing to get through that ever.
A little bit of a recro farm here coming in Alex's position, and he's not able to hold on. Ends up losing that game to Termy Dino. Back to the action here between Jake and Fishy. Cologne, I want to ask you, as Fishy is, you can see he's letting a lot of RVE get on his screen here. Which player's position do you prefer at this point?
Definitely
why?
Jake's, because Fishy, yet again, he's not anti-stalling at all. That's what I meant by he's going to need to buy double jug if he wants to anti-stall at all.
He's trickle leaking a lot here, dude. He might just lose this game outright. Big old boost coming from Fishy.
Yeah. Now we can send that F Moab, and I
He's-
don't know if it's actually worth, but... Now he's just kind of forced to a position where he needs to send a lot
F
of
Moab,
rushes.
R-Rod. Meanwhile, Fishy getting an F Moab his way. He's going to try and Moab shove this one. Meanwhile, Jake deletes the R-Rod with Cocktail plus Ice Towers. Comes back with Camo Rainbows to win the game. Jake's going to take it.
I don't think that rush was very good, but it worked out, so that's pretty cool.
I think Jake
Just
just kind of sensed that something had to happen there once you know Fishy was struggling to defend the eco. He burned a boost, right? And it was round 18, and he's playing with 2 towers that aren't necessarily effective against F Moabs. I know with Heli you can play Moab shove, right? But you can overwhelm Moab shove with enough F Moabs, and
Yeah, but that's if you do that,
really
you're
get
basically
your guy in a lot of
allowing,
trouble.
so you have to be comfortable doing that. Personally, if that was Jake, I would have just done nothing because, for whatever reason, Fishy is not putting any money into it. He still would have loaded up the dice around 26, so I would have just taken it late.
Right. Dart Mortar Farm definitely is so just Dart Mortar Farm, right? It's definitely more of a rushing comp, and I think Fishy was trying to play from ideally Fishy's playing from that angle, right? Playing from a
Yeah, just anti-stalling the
play
entire
from that
time.
angle where you want to anti-stall, right? You want to make sure your doesn't have a lot of cash. You want to make sure that either 1, the game doesn't go late, or 2, if it does go late, that your opponent can't really do much late. So again, on the left side of the screen, it's Alex versus Termy. Not Termy. It's I don't even know who the heck that is. It's game 2. Alex is down 1-0. Needs to win this game in order to force game 3. And you see the composition choice right here. I think he's gonna go Sentai start and then probably use the submarine and try and use those two towers maybe to guide him through the early game. Either that or Engie. It's your call, Cologne.
Sorry, I zoned out.
You got the option here. You got Sentai on screen right now, and you can use either Engie or Sub as your starting towers. Big question here: which one should you go with?
Oh, I would go Engie for sure, because Reactor doesn't really do much for round 13 if you actually get rushed. Sentry Expert does a lot more. It also does a lot more against Moab insides and Moabs in general, while Reactor yet again does nothing. But I guess he's going with Sub.
Oh, wow, yeah, he is going with Sub. Okay.
Well, yeah, also Engie's also cheaper than 001 Sub as well.
That is interesting. I know I know there's reasons we don't see Engie a lot on Salmon Ladder, right? Salmon Ladder is Churchill sub play, but this is definitely a more interesting choice.
Yeah, Engie's just not very good on Salmon Ladder, because you either put your Sentries at the very bottom where they get layered on, which is bad, or you put them on the top where they everything goes really fast. When everything goes really fast, then foam gets almost no value, and then you can re-go farm really hard. And Moab insights are also really rough because there's no good spot where the sentries can actually catch everything.
So yeah, going into round 5 in this position here, I do like seeing what Dino's doing so far here. Got the Churchill start going, got the early farm, right? Oh, excuse me.
Actually, he's shooting pretty hard, so it might actually end up needing to buy Airburst. Never mind, he's fine. It just looked scary for a second.
Tiger said, can you carp sax me? I don't know what that is.
Well, it's something that Tiger said, so you probably shouldn't say it out loud.
Well, too late. I already said it out loud, so. Look, I'm just here to respond to the chat, you know, whenever something happens, alright? Again, not too much to comment on in the early part of the game here. Just standard defense here. Although Alex is he's got a lot of RBE on his screen in general here, trying to have the 011 sub deal with the black balloons, and he's taking some trickle leaks in the process. Now activates the Sentai 3, trying to keep those black balloons at bay.
Oh, he's going sniper defense. Huh.
Ooh, that's. You know, I'm a little concerned that even with Sentai 3, that he could be down to a rush sequence.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna go for no 2-4 sniper, which is again more expensive than a sentry expert, but who knows?
So, anyways, Tiger said, "It's over for you. You aren't ever getting a job now with this clip floating around, bro." Oh well. Anyways,
well, unlucky.
Yeah. Unga warui. Okay, so semi-auto on Alex's side. Dino's got to decide whether or not they want to rush on round 11.
Yeah, no, rushing's not a good play. He doesn't have cards for it. He just bought Sentry Expert, and Alex is floating like $1 million on hand. He's been sending res for the past like 10 rounds.
So Alex was gotten off of Sentai 3. Oh, look at this. A couple of check camo purples from Alex.
Yeah.
Not really sure what that was all about, though.
Oh,
and a rush headed Alex's way.
That's...
He's got a boost here.
Oh, he's $100 off. Yeah, those camo purples made him not afford full auto right away. It's just kind of unfortunate. And now he can be allowed and he's gonna die. Oh, it's
There we go. All out from Dino to win the game.
No,
Alex is going to have Sentai 3 late to try and recover, but it's not going to work. Termi is going to take the series 2-0.
Yeah, he left this
nice timing
strong.
There. Ouch. I think that Sentai nerf a while back, you know, where they made the cooldown longer. I think that also had a big impact right there, Cologne. Otherwise, you
Yeah,
get
well,
Sentai
it
3
had a
pack mid
little bit
rush
of
and
an
at least
impact,
has
but
a small shot.
he would have died to the rush anyways, because he kept a sniper on strong line that just reroll farms too hard for him to be able to come back.
Right. I love the commentary, or sorry, the chat message from Tigers. I do ask what he's supposed to do against the 50 new tight rushes added into the game with this strat.
I think he's supposed to die, but you know, he might be fine.
Oh,
Who
come
knows?
on. Surely he's got a better plan than that.
He can buy
So in the
preemptive.
meantime, this is game 2. Fishy versus Jake. We do need a name swap here, by the way. Fishy's on the left-hand side. Round 11 incoming. Really interesting strategies here from either player. You see Druid Mortar from Jake, which is expected. Fishy has Druid Sub.
Yeah, since they got Druid Heli, so yeah, that's not a very good loadout.
Druid Mortar Heli is definitely workable, but oh, look at this. Big check rush headed Fishy's way, but that's not going to be enough to do anything. Fishy was able to buy the reactor. Defense without boost just fine. So, I'm not really
Honestly,
sure
with
exactly
Druid
what Jake was
Mortar,
thinking there.
I mean, with Druid Heli, I would have just gone Striker and then gone the late game Mortar. I think that's a pretty good plan.
Sizable rush here headed Jake's way. Ooh, Jake's going to use the Druid, the Mortar, and the unupgraded Heli to help fight off the rush.
Yeah, this
Couple
just
check
signals
rushes
they're
there.
being-
I just don't know about those check rushes there, Cologne. You know, I don't understand what kind of value either player was looking to get out of that.
He was looking to get boots, but he just got a lot of value out of Cocktail, and then Signal Flare cleaned up because it's not a very balanced upgrade.
All right, so first things first, right? So I think when it comes to these eco matches, Cologne, right? They're always made matches, right? You build a complete game from round 1 to round 30, and I think that's going to hold true even in this new meta with the tight rushes. And so I think the big thing here is, you know, when you break away, get that Druid alt eco built up, right? You want to make sure you do have some Moab damage ready for round 18, right?
Yeah, no, Fishy's fine with the Brambles, but Jake is gonna struggle a bit. You can probably buy a Druid of the Storm and like a 1/0 Heli and be fine, but enough Moab's still not gonna be an easy defend.
Mm. I think the Brambles is definitely. I think that's probably just good enough to stop Jake entirely from checking on Fishy.
Yeah, it's worth it. The problem with Fishy's side is I don't know how he's gonna defend Tide Leads or Tide Moabs. Fishy has, I mean, Jake has Mortar, so he'll be fine to anything, but Fishy's not gonna be having fun.
He's not gonna have fun. He's gonna have to spam a lot of submarines, and even if he builds solid defense, I think there's a concern that Jake can get a lot of value. Oh, look at this! You see what happened there, Cologne? Jake just bought a 3XX Druid in a panic.
Yeah, I mean, he sold his Heli, so it's actually not as big a deal as it seemed. It was a 0/0 Heli, so he lost like what, $200 from that.
F-Moab coming Jake's way, and you see he's spamming the Druids here to try and get enough Moab damage. Again, needs to value defend here. It's an eco game. You gotta form these games, complete games from round 1 to round 30. Good value defense there from Jake to keep himself in the game against the pressure. And both players building up a lot of eco at this point.
Yeah, right now I'm wondering if they're gonna go for Heli farms or Druid farms. If you go Heli farms, you lose your life buff, but you obviously get more money, so it's a trade-off.
I think you got to go for Druid farms just because the Druid farms also help with the Moab. You know, the Moab's a little bit SRAM cleanup, right?
Yeah, but you shouldn't really need to worry about Moabs with Moab shove and a couple of. I mean, your life up Druids are actually gonna be enough to defend Moabs by this point. He's gonna like a Camel Rainbow.
Fishy's way and double. Oh,
he's okay. You know how much lives the Camel Rainbow leaks? I'm kind of curious about that now.
What is it, like 46 or something?
No, in that case,
I'm
he
not
could
sure
have
if it would
actually
have been
tanked
enough
one.
to kill him, but It would have been close. I think he could have tanked one, but it would have been close. So,
Oh, and
I
Jake
think
is
it's like
actually choosing to go for Heli
47.
farms, despite investing a lot of his time into life upping his druids, which is an interesting choice.
Here we go. Tight available. This is the first big question here of the game. You know, whether or not these players want to do anything against each other with those tight leads.
Yeah, I mean, I think
And
Jake has
I
dualistics
think
and a
both of
bunch
them
of
have
druid farms,
decided.
so yeah, probably not worth it.
Yeah, both of them decided here just to invest in taking this game late. I think they've decided that there was enough eco built up in this early game, Cologne, that's probably not worth trying to do any pressure.
Yeah. And Jake is spending so much money and so much effort into life buffing that druid, and then he's just gonna get it thrown away with his heli farm.
I don't understand it. In especially since I don't expect this game to go long enough where the heli farms are gonna outdo these druid farms. You know.
I mean, they're just more efficient in general. They're more eco for the price, and they usually snowball a lot faster. But they take away his
I guess
lives,
the big
which I really don't like.
bigger issue here is that round 24 was really the last round where he could get in some druid leaks, right? And now Fishy gonna get some tight Moabs. Look at this.
Yeah, that should
Boost headed
defend on
Fishy's
boost,
way.
but
Big pressure from Jake.
he'll need to defend that rerush. He'll probably need to sell all of his druid farms for a Spirit of the Forest to have a chance. Oh, never mind. He might be nice. He's good.
3-4 Druid of the Storms bots to defend against the Moabs. And EDT is going to come out on round 26. Both these players are vulnerable right now. Fishy's got some options, though. He's going to buy Spirit of the Forest. But he doesn't have boost. Cologne, he doesn't have boost. Jake's going to try and choke rush him. Choke rush. 3 EDTs. Both of them fortified. All 3 of them fortified, sorry. One of them first strikes. Is he going to get the second one? Yes, he's going to get the second one. Can he get the third one? Just barely gets... No! No! No!
He just didn't get a mob trip for some reason, but oh, it happens.
Big mistake there from Fishy Cologne. He got the Spirit of the Forest up, but he didn't have boost, and he got the Spirit of the Forest up late. That was prime opportunity right there from Jake to go for the check rush, or this choke rush, sorry, and
yeah. And it worked.
I don't know, man. And you know, I think a big mistake too here, looking back at this clone, is that Fishy never tried to do any check on he never tried to check up on Jake. Because I'm not sure if you saw what was happening with Jake, but he was
he just didn't
Jake did not have round 26 defense on hand. Yeah. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance that I know it's not a really good chance, but there's a chance that Fishy wins the DDT race if he sends an FDDT over Jake's way while he's trying to, while he first strikes those first 2 FDDTs that he got.
No, I think he'll be fine because I'm pretty sure Jake would have been ready to buy a mob shove, unlike Fishy. And with a mob shove and Gwen, you should probably just defend everything.
Yep. We got a raid from Salty BTD with 11 people involved. Thank you everybody for the raid. I'm sure Emil appreciates it. You're watching Crunker Prime versus Minimum in random duo here. I believe this is game 1. Crunker Prime actually in the running for T25 last time I checked. I haven't checked the leaderboard in a while, but having a good season, it seems. And now he's going to choke rush Minimum with Camo Zebras. Look at this. Minimum not ready. He's going to try and Maelstrom Camo Balloons, and he's going to lose the game.
Okay, that was pretty funny. I did not expect him to go for mail for the camos.
That was not... well, actually, you know what? I guess amongst all of the moves in Bloons TD Battles 2, that is definitely one of them of all time.
Yeah, that is one of them.
Yep. Yeah, you see the emotes coming out in the Twitch chat here. Salty with the snoring farmer, Piano Zombie with 3 of the laughing monkeys, and Salty finally ending, kind of capping things off with the facepalm monkey. Yeah, worse than Kurem Mal.
Yeah, the
Um,
Kurum male.
and that's the yeah. I respect minimum a lot, right? I respect minimum a lot, but you got to have a game plan, right? And I know it's really hard to come up with these game plans whenever you come up with these strategies, but we don't have ETN just yet, right? We can't mail the camo balloons like that. Not like that right now. All right, Funny Name versus Kite. The last time we saw a Kite match in a Popology tournament, it wasn't actually very competitive, but Kite's been having a pretty good season.
Yeah. I don't really know what to
There's
say about
definitely
it.
been quite a surge. Yeah, quite a surge of players who were here in the early days and then kind of left the game and they came back and kind of to mixed results. Some players have been having some good success and then others have been kind of burnt by just how much the game has changed since the early seasons.
You don't have enough money to rush anymore, or as much money to defend. Can you believe that you used to be able to
Yeah,
get a
it's
1k eco on round 10 with every single strat in the game?
it's wild. And now everything is just very it's like a money management meta. Not so much as it used to be, right? Because we used to have this meta Cologne, right, where we were playing Boomer, right, and our round 11 defense was like, I don't know. We were playing scraps for defense on round 11 and we couldn't kill each other because we had no money to kill with. So everybody was broke, not only in defense but also rushing money. And that still kind of holds true to some extent today, right? It kind of just depends on the flow of the match though, right? Sometimes you get those situations where you have that floating money, you can go for the rush, sometimes you don't.
And you just need to plan. You just need to plan accordingly, and doing that is pretty hard.
Mm. So we do have two differing opinions on how to approach the start of this match. Bunny Name does have access to the Ace Monkey, but opted to start with the boat instead. Kite is starting with the Ace Monkey. Um, I feel like Ace Monkey is the better start here. Cologne, how do you feel about that sentiment?
I think Ace starting is better overall because it actually has round 13 defense, but boat is cheaper, so there's ups and downs.
All right. Next on the board for Funny Name is getting the Spactory up. Meanwhile, Kite getting the Merchantman up on his screen before round 7. Well before round 7, actually. So
Yeah, he got it up a little bit early, but I guess it's better
yeah,
to say I'm sorry. And I wonder if his
yeah.
third
I'm kind of
tower is
surprised how early he was
NG.
able to. Ace Boat NG. Be interesting, honestly.
I honestly don't think NG is very good because AFE kind of relies on overclocked farms.
He's gonna have a hard time, I think, getting enough money for the late game. Again, it's gonna be one of those things
Oh,
where
it is NG.
I think yeah, there you go. It's NG. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I think if you're Funny Name, you just plan around. You know what? Both these guys are gonna be. They're gonna have money. They're just not gonna have a lot of it, right? I mean, this is gonna be another one of those mid-game classics, right? Just like a mid-game shootout. I'm trying to think,
You can't
how this
really
game's
allow
gonna end.
mid game with Ace. So this game is probably gonna either end round 13 or round 30.
Well, you see, Funny Game's already pre-bought the 103 SPAC, and he's already got some defense up. I think it's going to be kind of hard for Kite to try and push through, even with the boat farm as liquidity.
Yeah, I don't think either
I
one of
don't
those is gonna
think
rush.
rushing is in either player's mind, yeah.
Maybe if they go really heavy on the eco, there's a chance they would die, but I don't know. I think Ian just needs to rush. Without farm, he doesn't have enough money late game.
And the stream is... Okay, there we go. It was kind of buffering for a little bit, but now it's back. Now, at the least, Kite does have Yeah, he's got Jericho to help him out a little bit here. I'm just trying to make sure that Funny Name, doesn't get enough money on his side here. Funny Name, I'm a little disappointed here because he did not get a boat farm up before round 14. And I feel like he
I
should have
don't think
gotten
it's a
at
bad
least
play
boat,
because
like the boat farm up.
if you look at both of the sides, none of the balloons are ever gonna get popped early. Like if you look at their side, they already has 1.2k eco. So I think honestly going for eco is not a bad play at all over both farms.
I guess we just got to see exactly. Oh, look at this! Kite's gonna check with rainbows, but it's not gonna be nearly enough to do anything. I'm not sure about that move.
Yeah, biker ability is just too much. If you wanted to rush, you needed to do it way sooner, and you also need to invest heavily on both farms. Oh, and he's going again.
Kite's gonna try again. Look at
Surely
this.
the second time he's gonna do
Slightly
something.
bigger rush.
Force the boost. I don't think
And
he
he
needed
is going to
that.
force the boost
he had
from
a
Funny
big
Name. He boosts to
spike pile.
protect the spike pile. Yeah, I think that was a boost to protect the spike pile. I think Funny Name could have defended without boost if he really wanted to there, but he doesn't want to let that spike pile disintegrate before these mobs come around.
Yeah, but now he can be allowed it. Honestly, if I was Kian, I would do it because I think that's my only chance of ever winning this game.
Yeah. There is a small chance here for him to go for that all out. I mean, there's Jerry Nats coming on round 17 as well. So maybe this is one of those things where you start off with the Moab, and then, I mean, look at this little Cologne. It's not even like Kite sending a Moab. He's actually the one getting sent a Moab. He's actually getting pressure sent his way. Moab, rainbows, purples. Big pressure headed Kite's way, and he hasn't boosted yet. He's got to boost at some point, right? Gonna use Destroyer. Oh, a boost from Funny Name. Trying to choke that Moab through. Gets a couple of leaks. More rainbows headed Kite's way, but they're very well not gonna get through. That was an ill-informed rush.
Not doing anything.
Cologne,
Yeah,
I
now
just
that they're
don't
made it past
understand.
the early game.
I don't understand the lack of passivity
Nothing's
in
gonna
this
really
game
happen
when
for a
both
while.
these guys. I mean, they just lack the rushing power, you know. Kite went for favorite traits, so now Funny Name's coming back for some more action here. F Moab, R Rod underneath. Kite, I think, is still off boost. R Rod making its way through. Funny Name to boost for the win.
Yeah, seems
Big
he's
rush.
dead.
Oh, the Destroyer on boost, trying to pop that
No,
F
he's
Moab.
dead. All right.
Plus Jerry, plus the Ace Monkey cleans it up just fine.
I don't know why Funny Name is the one rushing.
I'm not sure if either of these players have a clue what's happening in this game, Cologne.
They're both playing pretty confused.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of shoot first, ask questions later right now. Now those Jerry Nats, you see them starting to have a little bit of an impact here, just breaking through Funny Name spike pile just ever so slightly. Now that spike pile there, Cologne, I think he can tank what? Probably like one FBFE just fine, I think. It's hard to tell. A lot of rainbows headed Funny Name's way. Look at this.
Yeah, it should be fine. He has the, especially with the biker bones buff, it shouldn't have any trouble eating a BFB by itself. And even if it does send a BFB, you can just ball pull it worst case scenario.
These round 21 Jerry Nats are going to do quite a number here on Funny Name unless he has enough defense. He does have Bomber Ace. He does have the 320 Ace. He bought back up his spike pile, but only got the spike up to 203. Defending the Jerry Nats just fine. And Cologne, I think as the way that these guys played as the tight leads come zooming closer, as the Team Moabs as they get zooming closer, as the ZOMGs become available, right? I think we ought to see some big rushing, no? Maybe even like a little pressure? Maybe the Ace Monkey's kind of scaring them away from doing any rushing. Oh, look at this. ZOMG headed Funny Name's way. Kite sent out the decoy Moab here just to try and get some action to happen. A lot of rainbows underneath here. Look at this. He really wants that early action,
Sure.
Cologne.
Worth it because
Oh, early ground zero from Funny Name to clean up on the rainbows. I'm not sure if that was worth. He got what he wanted, Cologne. I just don't know if that was worth the value. Now Kite wants to come back for more. He's selling a lot. He's doing a lot. Big pressure here continuing from Kite onto Funny Name. That ZOMG popped into 4 BFBs. Funny Name needs to pull out the ground zero. Got some tight leads here to deal with as well. Ground zero incoming, cleans up the rush. What a play from Funny Name to stay in the game. And I think Kite's in trouble. Funny Name sending him good game. More tight leads from Kite, trying to get the choke win from Funny Name. Ground zero able to clean up here. Funny Name didn't need to micro the ground zero at all. Kite's in trouble. He's got his UMG his way and no obvious way to try and clean it up. He needs to pop that ZOMG down into BFBs before he can ground zero that thing. But maybe there's a better option other than ground zero. It kind of depends whether or not Funny Name wants to tackle on any of those tight leads underneath. Force some more action. Again, trying to resolve the issue here with Cologne's mic. It's just me on commentary for the time being here. Cologne, hopefully you're not dead. So, round 25 incoming. Tight Moabs available.
No, I'm
and this
alive.
could force some ground zero action. Boat pull from Kite. Boat pull from Kite, and I'm surprised Funny Name's not coming back here because Kite definitely had to burn a lot of money on that pirate on that X5X boat. He does not have floating money for ground zero right now. He definitely doesn't have that floating money, and yet there is nothing coming from Funny Name right now. Probably just trying to wait until round 26 or something. Clone, I think this is going to be a round 26 shootout the way that this is fixing up to be here. Ground zero from Funny Name.
I don't think One's
Tight
gonna do
Kite.
anything.
Ground zero from Funny Name.
just
Oh,
fix
DDT, DDT! Spike Storm coming out, needs to defend those DDTs. Now more tight leads underneath. Kite sending the whole barrage, the whole kitchen, the whole works. Plus the Jerry decoy, plus another DDT, and a ground zero from Funny Name. Funny Name firing back, regular DDT. Kite's gonna boat pull this one. He's gonna boat pull this one, right? Spike pile from Funny Name cleans up the DDT on his side, and Kite's gonna pull the DDT just in time as he gets sent more tight leads his way. Round 27, tight BFBs available. Again, both players low on cash, but still somehow with the power to rest each other. Kite right now, he only has Pirate Lord on his screen. I think he needs to sell into ground zero to have a chance against these tight Moabs, and that's exactly what Funny Name is looking for. Needs to get the boat sell. Ground zero from Kite to defend. Funny Name still alive on his side of the screen, but you see how little defense he's going. Doesn't want to use the ground zero if he doesn't have to. Big boost! 3 FDDTs headed Kite's way to win the game. The ground zero's not going to be enough. Funny Name's going to take it. Funny Name's going to take it.
All right. I don't really know how that ending was. It was something.
Wild sequence of events right there, Cologne, but a great understanding from Funny Name on how to do, just how to defend everything right there. Funny Name always had the resources to defend, right? I think the big question there was, did he have enough money to defend? Did Kite have enough money to just overwhelm Funny Name on raw RBE? And the question there was no, because both players rush each other like bozos early on in that game. So
I mean, I don't think rushing is ever really a play there. You have both. I mean, the Funny Name has GC and Spike Storm, and also boat pull. There's nothing you can really send to ever get through. And if you ever do send something that forces defense, you can, worst case scenario, just sell one boat farm for a ground zero and survive.
We now join another match in progress. It is Bacon versus Turning Dino, and this one's made its way all the way to round 22 with a rather peculiar set of towers here. So you see Bacon, he's got the Engie and the Wizard, and Termi has Submarine Engie Village. Look at Termi, look at Termi, Cologne. Termi's pre-building for sorry, not Termi, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Pre-building the round 23 defense.
I mean, he kind of needs to.
No, I think just pre-building like
okay on hand.
Well, I think Bacon saw that, right? And just decided to abort even trying to check on Termi Dino, because you see he just went ahead and afforded pod.
Yeah. His pod spot's a little interesting though, because I don't think it's ever gonna get any graveyard with the way his traps are laid out.
It is interesting. Check Moab headed Termidino's way. He's
And
only
it's really
got
like that
a
too.
Bally on screen here. Yeah, look at the graveyard. Look at the graveyard,
Yeah, he
Cologne.
realized that too.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, the whole idea behind that pod, right, is that even though it can get overwhelmed by enough leads, right, the whole idea there is that Termidino has to send a lot of leads in order to do that. And if he can't get a good graveyard, well, I mean, the whole point's kind of moot.
Yeah, well, he fixes trap spots afterwards though, so he's getting enough graveyard
Okay.
to get everything
Two
going now.
sets of type Moabs headed Termidino's way. Big boost from Termidino to try and defend.
Does that work?
Oh, Sentry Champion to
No,
defend.
it
Is it
seems
going
like
to
it
work?
works.
Racing
Oh.
through to the exit. Bacon's going to get the win.
No, not enough. It looked kind of interesting there. Popped a bunch of the Moabs at the last second.
It's just really tough to handle those type Moabs in general. So I think Termidino in general just didn't have really good towers to handle that sort of rush. So left himself vulnerable to that round 25 choke and fell to it. Little update on the bracket on your right side of the screen. It's kind of hard for me to read that at this point, but you see that we have, what is that? Mao, Minimum, Bacon, Termidino. Those are 2 active series happening right now. Funny Name was able to defeat Kite, and he's waiting on his opponent, which is the winner of the Bacon Termidino series. Meanwhile, Jake waiting on the winner of the Mao Minimum series. So this is here is Mao Minimum right now. On round 7.
They're going EFS.
Classic strat here that
Yeah.
Yeah, classic strat here from Mao, but yeah, I know there's reasons that the strat doesn't get played a lot, Cologne, right?
Yeah, it just struggles too much around 30. It's too expensive.
So again, we did see Minimum embarrassingly die after trying to Maelstrom camo balloons without decamo. But you see he's still alive and kicking in this series, up against Mao, trying to take Mao down. Now, this looks a lot to me like it could be an NG Super Farm mirror. Maybe Minimum brought something that might be a little better for the mid game. It stands to, we still have to wait and see what Minimum is bringing. But
I think they just rolled NG and Super at their towers.
Okay. Both players pre-buying the Sentry Expert, so we shouldn't see any rushing here on round 11, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't like buying Sentry Expert from Mao because he has Sentai Churchill. The entire point of Sentai is that you can go for double plant and still survive because turbo damage laser bombs is just really strong.
Oh, both players are not being very greedy at all. Both pre-bought the cleansing foam here for round 12.
I don't like how they're playing this. But I guess Mao was in a better spot in the end. Makes a plant up.
Yeah, I think big question here is whether Minimum was going to be able to plant before round 14, and he's aborted the plant. Actually, just decided to get some 3x200. So Mao's going to have the farm lead here for round 14. It's going to get a nice little cash injection of $1,080. Meanwhile, Minimum going to get a cash injection of $840 on this round. Let's see here. Let's read some comments from Funny Name BTD. I have a feeling this game Mao is going to outfarm and Minimum will send choke rushes. They were both struggling to black eco for 3 rounds. Probably don't want to risk it.
No, risk around 13 defense with Sentai Churchill. I still think it's. I mean, neither of them have. You saw Minimum pre-bought Sentry Expert before everything. Like before Mao, so Mao could have just used that as a chance to greed for a farm. He's not going to have money towards until unless he sells a farm. And if he sells a farm, then you can just boost and survive.
Yeah, again, I'm just really surprised that neither player wanted to greed out those farms because this was the most likely outcome, Clone, that we were not going to see a lot of rushing before Moabs. Look at this, check
I'm,
rush for minimum.
I'm not sure if they're gonna see rushing in
Sure
Moabs
about this
either.
one.
Oh, never mind, I was wrong.
We're going to defend with Sentai 3. He's going to be off Sentai 3 for the F Moabs.
Wait, I just realized I'm watching the wrong stream. Whoops.
So no Sentai 3, but there still is boost. So I feel like if Minimum decides to rush again, which he is going to rush again, you see he stopped eco. Just regular Moab here. I disagree with this decision right here. Mal going to try and defend without taking any further action.
Yeah,
Oh,
he should be good.
little boost
He
from
gets some
Minimum.
ability back for the insights, I think. So not much should happen.
Yeah, he should be able to Sentai 3 these insides here.
Oh, doesn't need it
Doesn't
either.
even need to Sentai 3.
I don't like how
Minimum's
neither
in
of these
trouble, dude.
players are going for traps though.
I think they're disinclined against the Traps Cologne just because neither one of them is playing Jericho.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but traps still make more money than a plantation, even if they're fully into it.
I guess it remains to see whether or not they're going to go for traps, say like round 21, right? I feel like if nothing else, right, you might want to at least get a trap for round 21 because the trap is not just money, right? It's defensive utility.
It just helps out a lot.
Mao is going to send his first pressure of the game against Minimum. It's going to be an FBFB, and this is going to get quite some value here out of Minimum, I think.
Oh, Minimum finally goes for a trap. I think Mao will notice that and is going for a trap of his own. Maybe? Nope.
He's greedy. Minimum's greedy here, going for the trap while the FBFB is still on screen. Minimum needs to find a way to greed defend this FBFB here. I think he's gonna. I think he needs to try and burn boost here. Mao gonna boost. Try and make this harder for Minimum. Minimum Churchill 3ing, but now he needs a solution for these insides.
Well, he's starting to
Waiting on boost from Minimum.
That almost killed him.
Now the ZUMG headed Minimum's way, and this is going to be a big deal breaker right here, Cologne. He's got to defend this without using Robo Monkey.
Well, with the way it's going, he's going to detect here because tight leads are coming in.
Tight leads headed Minimum's way. Big check from Mao. To win the game, he's going to force the Robo Monkey from Minimum.
Oh, those are Rams, and he is dead.
Oh no, the Pierce Cap! Minimum is down!
If that CMG popped into anything
just...
other than ceramics, he would have lived.
Oh. Really frustrating moment right there for Minimum. But it's just a perfect rush from Mao. The ZOMG to force a lot. The the tight lets to force even more. And Minimum had to time the Robo Monkey just right to get the defense on that, and he timed it just barely.
Yeah, just right. Barely wrong. And I think he chose the exactly wrong timing. Because if he used it any earlier, it would have popped into Moabs, and he would have timed to microtech tier. And if it popped any later, then it would have popped into something that Tech tier would be able to pop without getting Pierce capped.
Yeah. That's a hard one. That's a hard one to swallow. I'm not sure if Minimum could have still won the game if he defended that, but he definitely would have at least kept himself in it a little longer. All right. Bacon versus Pterodino. We're on round 13. You see, oh, look at this. Boosted camos against Pterodino. That boomerang's not going to be enough without some extra help. Churchill's got to come in clutch right here. Boomerang plus Churchill. No boost from Pterodino just yet. Now the boost. Got to dissipate those cerams. Will Bacon keep on sending? Look at this. Jeremy decided to get a submarine to just clean up. Try and preserve as much lives as possible.
I wonder who he's going to do for
That's
a
actually Bacon on the right side. I might have made a mistake earlier. Big Rush headed Bacon's way, by the way.
Oh, and Bacon got the Churchill level, so he'll survive.
Yep. So yeah, apologies if there was an error there in the commentary. That is Bacon on the right and Pterodino on the left. Round 16. Not a lot of defense on Bacon's screen. If Termi had enough money, if Termi Dino had enough money, then enough Cerams could kill Bacon. But I don't think
Well,
Termi
they can
Dino's in a
just
situation
turbocharge
here
if he
where
doesn't
that.
do that much. You can't really allow it in this
Yeah, I think.
situation.
Yeah, I think you're right, Cologne. I think if he gets the choke Cerams, Bacon just goes for the X4X Boomer, just defends it. Look at all the cash being floated, though. There's a lot of cash being floated. Moab's coming in soon.
Yeah, I think both players are just like they see that each other is holding $1 million at hand, and because of that, they want to hold more money in hand.
Okay, so Bacon takes care of the check Moab just fine with the XX4 sub. So if Termi Dino wants to try and get through that, they're gonna have to send quite a lot on round 19, no? And that's just to have a chance.
Yeah, you probably need to send like at least 3 F mobs to get 3 AP darts and more glaze in that situation. And if you do that, then you do have money ahead for turbocharger at that rate, so it's not worth sending at all.
Yeah, I think Tamari Dino agrees with your sentiment here, Cologne, because I've just been watching the eco and they decided to pick up some more eco here. It's a little bit of a stoppage of eco, but I don't anticipate another response here, just because now Bacon has some. I mean, he's got boost, right? He's got Churchill 3, right? Now Bacon going to come back with an F Moab.
Yeah, Termi Dino is just
Termi
scared of
Dino.
Rush.
Look at the second F Moab.
Oh wait, the AI let's.
Oh, AI Let's going to play a factor in this one. Oh, the AI Let's, they're getting really far. They're going to get through. Bacon gets the win. Wrong crosspath on the submarine, Cologne. That was the reason why Termi Dino fell to those natural leads.
It was. I mean, if he got the other reactor crosspath, he probably would have ended up dying to AI sometime sooner.
I think it's just one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't type moments there, Cologne.
Yeah. Not much you can really do in that situation. You probably need to go a tower that isn't ace.
Want to give a shout out to Toho in the stream chat. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Got to give props to Emil playing for setting up the overlay on this one. Really cool stuff right here. I love calling these matches, so it's always fun trying to call the action. So if the overlay is correct, that means Bacon does take that series 2-0. But I guess again, I'm just waiting for a bracket update right here. A lot of action-packed matches here so far. Don't you say, Cologne?
Yeah, they're pretty exciting for the most part. Don't really know what else to say on it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of just a lot of uncertainty for some of these players. They get it's pretty common that they're just getting towers that they're not used to, and it is leading to some bozo gameplay, but you can't complain when it's exciting to watch. So,
Devious. The way the towers are picked is they roll 2 random towers, so they have to go with a loadout, and then you have 2 more slots open that you get to choose from. So if you roll like Heli Farm, then you get to choose your hero and your 3rd tower. Or if you roll like Churchill NG, you get to choose your last 2 towers. So 2 towers are random and 2 towers are your choice.
All right. Updated bracket at this point. We are still waiting on the winner of Mao versus Minimum. The winner of that series faces Jake. Meanwhile, Bacon versus Funny Game about to go against each other. Just waiting for just an update here. And this is Mao versus Minimum. Now, I always felt like Boat on this map is kind of has a really stingy early game, but yeah, I do see it occasionally get played. Boat on Salmon Ladder. Yeah, how do you feel about Boat on Salmon Ladder, Clone?
Boat on Salmon Ladder was pretty good before the Tide Brushes, but after they added Tide Moabs and Tide Leads, it can't really compete with Bomb or Ace, so it ended up dying.
Yeah, I feel like Bomb Sub Farm on this map is still it's still a classic, you know. So you see there, you have minimum trickle leaking to the pinks. That's expected even when you get Churchill round 1 on this map. You get a couple trickle leaks. Doesn't look like he's going to address this until round 5, the way that he's responding to it right now, which is not responding to it. Cannon ship from Mao, getting ready for round 5.
Super.
And look at this. Wow, that's a really interesting decision right there. But yeah, it actually should hold fine.
Yeah, I guess we're wondering, the 2 towers they rolled were village and mortar, so he's going mortar village super.
Okay. That's interesting. I understand that minimum is playing against an eco strategy, but you can't stretch your early game too far. You can't stretch your early game too thin, clone.
I'm just not sure what he's gonna do for round 30.
That's another thing too. He doesn't have any alt eco as well, and I mean realistically, right? Let's say that this game goes passive as heck and nobody even rushes, right? I mean, minimum is probably going to be able to get what, like 4K eco?
Yeah, this map is just
5K
really
if he's
awkward
lucky.
for
I mean,
mortar. He's not gonna be able to get a very good eco. And even if you
that's
guys
another thing too.
even if he does have good eco, there's no good place to put your super monkeys or your temple. So you're just kind of sad the entire time.
Also, Mortar Monkey without Churchill. That's not exactly a great combination against bads.
Yeah, without striker, I mean, but yeah, it's not very good.
Okay. So we'll see what minimum has in place here. Again, I'm just going off of the scores here. You know, minimum does have to win this game to keep this series alive. Boat Mortar, meanwhile, on Mao's side. Mortar's definitely a tough one to roll with on this map, Cologne. I know there's corners, but you know, the best ones have the balloon zooming by like NASCAR, and
yeah, it
definitely a
looks like
tough
a
one to
really
play
good
on.
map for Shell Shock, but strangely, it never actually really works out. But he should be fine because his opponent is going Mortar Village Super.
So minimum decides to commit to Mortar Duet. Mao getting 2-2 mortar plus 0-2-3 mortar plus the cannon ship. That should scare away. Mao should be able to scare away any rushing attempts from minimum. I'm a little concerned about Mao's setup right now, because Mortar Duet on this map. Look at this. He's getting some trickle leaks in too. Look at this. Minimum's in trouble. Minimum's in trouble. Oh! Minimum trying not to boost here. Gonna Churchill 3.
I thought he seems. Oh,
Now
he's
Mao
also
check rushing.
Not
This is to win the game.
Hmm.
Huge micro mistake from minimum.
Yeah, now he doesn't have a boost or Churchill ability for round 13, so he's probably
Now
dead.
off boost. Can Mao get the win? Coming back for the rush. Gonna sell the boat. Selling everything. This is it. This is to take the series. Mao versus minimum. Mao running through to the exit. His balloons are gonna get through. He wins the series. Big mistake there from Minimum Cologne. Try to do Mortar Duet. Didn't realize just how little black popping power that setup had without Churchill. Sorry, not without Churchill, but without Striker Jones, and
Yeah, it cost him the game.
cost him the game. All right, so that series is, I think it was decided. So pretty sure it was decided. And again, we're still waiting for some footage on Bacon versus Funny Game. We're about to see Mao versus Jake. That one should be a classic. 2 heavyweight players, 2 very highly skilled players. Should see some really good gameplay right there. Gotta feel for minimum, Cologne. I really gotta feel for minimum.
Yeah, that game on
I know Mortar
Star
Duet.
is really unlucky.
Yeah, not only the game on Star, but I think he was just really surprised by how much Mortar Duet was not defending those rainbows on round 12. So we got some smack talk here in the Twitch chat. Chuckle Mountain is mid, says correction, one boosted player and one skilled player. Here is Bacon versus Tammy Dino. This will be a fun series right here to watch. Again, Bacon, former top 1 player.
So let me stick with the overlay. That's a funny name.
Oh.
Not Tammy
Oh
Dino.
yeah, that is a funny name.
They're going
Anyways,
Ninja Out Boomer. This team's funny name is going Boomer Farm Ninja over Ninja Out Boomer. So we're gonna have something a little bit more interesting at the very least.
I'll tell you what, Cologne, those towers right there, I mean, that's got to be a match made in hell, no?
Yeah. Yeah, Boomer Ninja's not a very good loadout. But I guess since Bacon's going Ninja Out Boomer, he's not really gonna have enough money to send camos. So
Yeah, I don't think this game's going to end early, but
I don't think this game's gonna go past round 30, to be honest.
yeah, we're not. I'm not sure if we're going to make it around 30. I think the game's
I think
gonna.
Bacon just struggles too much tight rushes.
Yeah. So is this Boomer Ninja Farm versus Boomer Alk Ninja?
Yep. 2 towers, shoulder, Boomer, and Ninja. So those are the only loadouts.
Yeah, I really like Funny Game's chances here. I know Boomer Ninja's gonna be kind of tough, but I still think Funny Game can pull out some good farms. I think if he's able to get some, just get some decent farms, he can kind of plan around for some brutal tight rushes or in the mid part of this game, take down Bacon, get game 1, and get the leg up on the series. Although Devious does point out Glaive Lord solos tight rushes.
Yeah, but you need to afford that, and to afford that, you're gonna need to float 35k, which is with Boomer Alk Ninja, that's probably not gonna happen.
I think Cologne actually a bigger issue here is that even if Bacon does get the Glaive Lord, right, I think he's just dead to round 26 if he gets that Glaive Lord.
No, a Glaive Lord I want to take him, I'm sure defend round 26 if he does get it up. It's just that he gets really drained from having to build the Glaive Lord. He will probably end up having like 3k eco on round like 28, which is something you need more money with Ninja Alk. You're just not gonna be able to afford it. To afford, I mean, your round 30 defense.
So I think the big question here in this early game is just how much can Funny Name farm pre-round 14, and how much can he get away with on cheaping out on that D camo defense?
Well, he should be able to chill with a 3-0 Ninja because he has Fedora, and if the eco player rushes you with camos, you're in a really, really good spot. I think the more interesting question is whether or not Funny Name's gonna decide to pre-buy more with an anti-soul or not do that. Because
Funny Name really wants to focus on the farms, right?
Yeah, against Nico, you can definitely afford to just still sit with that Ricochet, but if you sit with that Ricochet, then your opponent might actually end up having enough money for round 30, so I'm not sure which choice he's gonna go.
Up here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Zebra is headed Bacon's way.
Oh, Bacon's Fedora spot is to make the opponent's Fedora 7 ability less strong.
Lots of regen Zebras, purples on top. Not going to do enough, though. Bacon knows he can redefend this.
Yeah, Bacon has no plans of rushing. He's just going to eco on.
I think both players at this point have enough D-camo defense. I don't think it's just worth trying to exploit that. Even in Funny Name's position where he has the 3x200 farms.
Yeah, probably is not worth it. Bacon should definitely be getting up a rubber gold, though.
That's not a rubber to gold that Bacon's getting up here. Oh, what is he doing? Getting the Alk up. He's trying to get a rubber to gold here. Got the lead to gold.
Oh, no, the ninja does not catch every kill purple, but the thing is that to get through that, you need to send probably like minimum 2k. And by the time you send 2k, you can either boost your Fedora ability and you need to rush with another 2k. And then it's just not worth the investment. Because at most, you just get to stop and eco for like 5 seconds and buy a 3-0 ninja. And that's all it will force.
Do you think there's a truck rushing angle here from Funny Game? Maybe a surprise round 16, round 17.
I think you can probably send the Moab with a bunch of regen rainbows, but Bacon makes a lot of money from that, so it's probably not worth sending. He definitely needed to rush before this round and force more glaives, though. Because if he's sitting without more glaives, the rounds are going to get stalled. Which, again, I don't like.
A lot of RBE here on Funny Name's screen. Sorry to interrupt.
Funny Name just needs to
you
buy
see
more
Funny
glaives. He needs to anti-stall these rounds, and he's just... Everyone is refusing to anti-stall.
Funny Name's in kind of a really odd position right here. He's going to send a Moab Bacon's way. Fedora 3 coming out. I think this is to try and get the Greed defend here. Gonna get the tier 3 boomer.
Yeah, Fedora 3
really trying to cheap out on this defense.
I think. Because the flash bomb will stun the insights, and then
there we go.
Will have enough time to clean up.
And Funny Name declined to try and pile anything on and try and force more action. I think he was just satisfied with seeing the Bacon get that extra defense there for the Greed defend.
Oh, he's floating for Sticky Bomb, so I guess that's what he's planning to do for an F1. Which I don't agree with. I think it's better to just turbocharge every single one of them.
Well, there's no way Funny Name's coming back for the rerush, though. I mean, just given the situation, just given the circumstances, Cologne. I think if Funny Name got boost out of Bacon, maybe he goes back for the counter, the rerush. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, he just never forced defense, and now Bacon actually has a really good eco. Maybe not really good, but it has a good enough eco.
It is better than we might have expected, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I think I would have expected Bacon to be probably at about like 1500 eco at this point, but you see he's rolling about 1725. It's a nice position here. Now look at Funny Name. He's biasing his income towards these farms. I think he's thinking, that big mid game rush. Now he's going to check Bacon with an F Moab, and Bacon going to respond with the the Sticky Bomb.
Yeah, honestly, if I were leveled up, so he could have just used his level 3 ability and would have defended. But I guess he doesn't know that.
The rushes are getting... Well, the available balloons are getting more and more powerful. So...
Yeah, but now Bacon
goes on.
His Glade Lord is not going to afford it by the time Tidelets come out.
Cologne, I think Funny Name getting that T4 farm before round 20 signals to me that he's all but committed to that mid game rush sequence. Either that, or maybe he wants to go for that Monkey Wall Street. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's going for Wall Street, and Bacon can't really do anything about it. If he rushes, then he doesn't afford Glade Lord on his side. So I think he needs to watch the opponent just get around 23 or 24 Monkey Wall Street and be sad.
It's a bummer.
On the bright side, though, if Funny does sets and Tidelets, Bacon has a bunch of rubber golds, so he's gonna make a good amount of money from it.
So there's definitely not gonna be tight leads here from Funny Name, right?
Yeah, no, Bacon has been floating enough money; it's not worth sending. If he wasn't floating as much money, then it probably would be worth it because it would force whatever the thing is called. Glade Lord.
A couple of regen rainbows on top of those natural tight cerams to try and force action from Funny Name. He does get the Fedora 3 from Funny Name. Of course, Funny Name also bought more glaives in the process right there, but again, no action here from Bacon. Playing very defensively minded at this point, not even thinking about setting those tight leads.
Yeah, what I'm curious about is how Funny Name's obviously going to go for a Wall Street at the end of this round. I just want to know how he's going to defend 10 Moabs after that.
Yeah. It's a lot of, that's a lot of cash that Bacon is floating, and I think if Bacon wasn't floating so much cash, I wouldn't be so concerned, Cologne. But if Funny Name, for instance, sells all of his farms and barely affords that Monkey Wall Street, I think that's a go signal for Bacon
Yeah,
to
I
try and
think he
rush.
will need to because I don't think he's ecoed very much. He probably doesn't have any more than 1400 eco. I was wrong.
Oh wow, wow, wow! Clone, I just don't see how Bacon can win this game at this point. I mean,
Yeah, Bacon
that is a
actually
huge money advantage.
he if Tournament doesn't rush, Bacon might actually be able to afford whatever Permabrew. And if he affords Permabrew, he has a chance of winning. Though not a good chance, but it is a chance.
Ooh, look at this. Type Moabs. Some check type
Bacon's
Moabs
gonna-
headed Bacon's way. He's going to micro the Boomerang. Don't forget the natural balloons also becoming a factor in here. Bacon, a lot of Pierce, a lot of RBE on screen. Going to defend,
And
however.
he just managed to save it for Fedora 10, which is really good for him.
That's key because that was what Funny Game was looking for. He was looking to try and coax that out for 3.5k and wasn't able to do it. Round 26 incoming, and the way that this game is gone, just from the amount of cash that Bacon is flowing. Oh, look at this! Funny Name gonna try again. It's tight. F Moabs, and now Fedora 10 coming out from Bacon.
Yeah, but now Bacon has enough money to afford Master Bomber.
There he goes. Yeah, look at this. Funny Name misreading the situation, decides to. Yeah, he decided to rush anyways. He sent that's $14,000 worth of tight Moabs, and Bacon gonna defend with the Master
Imagine
Bomber.
if Bacon bought Robert Gold, imagine all the money, but I think he realized it. Oh yeah, I just made 4k by the way, 5k now. I don't know if you know, 6k now. Yeah, if he had that up with the start of the rush, he probably would have honestly made like 10k from it.
I know Funny Name still has. I mean, he has farm, but I mean, Bacon's doing a good job of keeping himself in the game. I mean,
yeah, no. The question is whether or not
there's an obvious.
Bacon affords his permabrew in time. And even if he does afford his permabrew in time, then he needs to somehow kill Funny Name without any money, which is not going to happen. Because he doesn't have enough money to go around 40. He needs a lot more money to do that. So if he does somehow afford Permabrew, then Funny Name can probably just go for Epidemic Central and play passive.
I want to point out, Funny Name is still playing with really skinny defense, but I don't think there's a clear opportunity for Bacon to try and force anything out of Funny Name. Not with Fedora 10 still on the
can
table.
afford to play really skinny on defense because he has Fedora's level 10 ability.
Oh, I think Funny Name was a little late to the B Central there. He does get the B Cent nonetheless, and Bacon's gonna check on him. Bacon's gonna check with some regular tight Moabs, and he forces Fedora 10.
Okay. Now, is he gonna rerush or? If he rushes, he can probably force Monkey Wall Street sell. But yeah, okay. Now that Bacon,
he's got to do something
for Permabrew. That now Bacon Funny Name can just not rush.
Oh.
And now that those 10 Moabs, since we just lost 3k and a little bit of eco, so it ultimately he just got nothing. Just wasted a bunch of money that he needed.
Yeah, the problem there, Cologne, was that he needed to do something on the rerush, and he did nothing instead. In order for that to really work out, I mean, he needed to get some farm cells. Because now look at this, Funny Name is just going to get a big cash injection here from these farms on round 30. That's a huge farming round right here. And I think Funny Name just has a chance to just straight up overwhelm Bacon. We're going to see how it goes, though. Funny Name starting off with one regular bad.
Yeah, I think Funny Name is just going to see if Bacon has enough money to send. And if he doesn't, he's just probably going to go for a BRFs and then roll out him on round 33, 35. Because, I mean, Bacon has, 2.5k eco, so if he wants to send an FBAT, he's going to need to wait 15 income boosts or something like that to send a single one.
It's a lot. It definitely is a lot.
So, Funny Name in the meantime can just afford to read,
or
he's going to all out,
these natural balloons here.
Okay, I don't know if I like all outing here, because he got his early Permabrew, which is the entire point of defending round 30. I mean, the entire point he got it.
First
the,
bad gotten
the other one
down
was
just
around 30,
fine.
so.
Funny Name still has his farms on screen. Group bads available on round 32. We're about to get to that. Meanwhile, gotta watch the naturals on Funny Name's screen. Make sure that they don't get by. He is playing really skinny right now here, Cologne. So you don't want to commit suicide to the naturals. Not at this point in the game.
Yeah, I don't like these F
Right now, the
bats,
defense isn't too much of an. Right now,
Yeah,
the
the
defense
entire
isn't too big of an
reason
issue here for
that
Bacon.
I remember was to be able to defend this rush specifically, but I guess Funny Name thinks he can kill, which I don't think is true.
Oh, Natural Cerams getting a little bit of distance here on Funny Name screen. Now he's going to send the works here. Starting to sell some farms. Starting to pile on more bads. Look at this. Regular bad. Lots of tight ZOMGs underneath. Will he stack some tight BFBs? Maybe some tight Moabs underneath as well. Trying to create the ultimate Pierce Cap. It stands to see. Funny Name playing really skinny. He's bought Moab Dom on his side of the screen, and that's it. That's his defense.
Yeah,
Also going to have a Fedora 10 if necessary.
That fortified bad.
Many tight UMGs to beat. Oh, look at this! More tight Moabs! Tight F Moabs! Tight F BFBs! They were sent in the wrong order, though. Not gonna that perfect Pierce Cap. It is gonna overlay with that one F bad. Cologne, this was the F bad that he has to beat. The Cologne, the bad that Bacon has to beat in order to win this game. DDTs from Bacon! Counter rush to win! It's not gonna work! Funny Name wins!
Oh, he sold this. When he sold from yeah, but so yeah. I guess Funny Name was right. If I was Funny Name, I probably wouldn't have sent that many F-heads. I think if Bacon played a little bit better and probably could have defended, but I'm not sure, to be honest. It was a good game, though.
Let's go to the other series here. Yeah, definitely good game right there. A lot of waiting and anticipation there, but all that floating cash in the mid game got to Bacon, right? It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't moments there. Bacon doesn't have much of a choice but to float that cash, but he does leave himself more vulnerable in the late game because of that. And again, not able to drain Funny Name properly to prevent from being overwhelmed when that round 32 rush did come around. So we're seeing a pretty exotic strategy here from Mao. Bomb, sub, sniper on round 24. Meanwhile, his opponent Jake playing... Oh, that's also bomb, sub,
also
sniper.
a bomb, sub, sniper.
Well, I'll be damned. Jesus. Some really
the
high
two towers
eco
probably
right here.
bomb and sniper, so it probably would have been better to not
really
go for Duran
here
either
from Mao,
Striker
yeah.
or Sealy, which Mao did go. Maybe in Jericho, so you can do a big round 30 rush with decoy.
All right. Tight Moab's available, but neither of these players are even thinking about pressuring the other. I think they're just thinking about farming as hard as possible. So, Cologne, I think with this much eco, now you see Mao stopping his eco, you see Jake stopped his eco. I do think that these players should be able to mass somewhere between 12 to 15 sniper farms before round 30, assuming that they don't get any pressure.
Yeah, honestly, I think they sold too much land. I think they should have kept either the blue island or the top and bottom island. Because this game is bound to go late, you're going to need the sniper farms.
Yeah, they're gonna fill up the sniper. They're gonna fill up the entirety of their remaining land here with sniper farms. Because I mean, let's look at Jake's screen. So you see Jake, he has 7 sniper farms right now. Meanwhile, Mao, maybe even I think just 6, but still, it's quite a lot. Mao, meanwhile, has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? Like 10? I don't know. Something like 10 or 11 already. Oh, look at this! Jake checking on Mao with DDTs. Azili 10 coming out. Not gonna work. Jake gets the win. Huge mistake right there. Mao had a huge income lead. And he got too greedy and lost the game outright.
No. I guess was his Mammon strong? That's, well. just a choke rush, and it worked out.
Yep. I mean, you always got to make sure that you're ready for the response right there. And Cologne, I always like saying, whenever you fall behind in the game, right, the choke rush becomes more and more desirable. And that was a very winnable game for Mao. And he lost it. He just straight up lost it.
Yeah. If his sniper was on first, he probably would have been fine.
I mean, it's not like we're trying to greed defend spaced DDTs, right? When we get to round 28, right? We're trying to greed defend group DDTs, right? And when you try and greed defend that too, Cologne, right? You can try and layer on some other stuff too, to varying degrees of effectiveness, right? If you don't have those sniper farms cross path, right? You can pile on some tight leads underneath and kind of give your opponent some trouble, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had a bomb shooter, so that probably would have been enough to pop lead layer on all of them. So.
All right, so this is the deciding game 3 between these guys. Mao was up 1-0 in that series, but lost to Jake. The series is tied. Looking for that deciding game 3, and whoever wins this moves on to the finals. Again, this is Popology Weekly number 15. In the commentary booth is myself, Red Laserbeam, and Cologne. Reflecting on the Twitch chat right now, you see current number one player in the world, Tigers75 in the chat. Big T1 race right now, Cologne, between Boulder and Tigers.
Yeah, honestly, I think Tigers just has a too big of an advantage. He's literally going plus 50 on every game. Boulder has to be stuck with an average of plus 15.
So Tigers said, sorry, Red Laser, I thought you were Pink Laser for a second. Thanks for clarifying. You are very much welcome.
What do you mean, Tigers?
Again, just
Tigers
waiting for
70 for me. I don't like. You're hitting this way too low. In plus 50 from each other.
So again, still waiting for. Just waiting for some game 3 action here. Funny Name is on to the finals, by the way. So this is the last match that we need to see through to the end before moving on to the finals. But how about Funny Name moving on to the finals, Cologne? How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he would. Honestly, I thought I would lose to Bacon, but historically, he has been the best at random quads. So I guess I should have did him higher.
We're in for an action-packed game here, though, Cologne. We got a counter pick to Ports.
Yeah, they rolled Ace and Ninja, so this is a really good roll for Mao.
Ooh. Rolling Ninja on this map, though, just feels like a death wish. Well, I think Death Sentence is actually a better way to describe it. Jake on the right, Mao on the left. This is the deciding game 3 to decide who faces Funny Name in a best-of-5 series in the finals.
Oh, sorry, not Ace and Ninja, Ace and Alk.
Right. Okay, so it is Ace and Alk as the random towers. Emil, we don't need to see the bracket right now. I need full focus on Mao and Jake, okay? There you go. Thanks, Emil.
Oh, I wonder if this time either player will go for Rubber Gold.
Oh, we got a disconnect. Jake is inadvertently disconnected. Yep. Jake has disconnected from the voice chat, and we do not have footage right now of the ongoing match.
I think their Discord just crashed.
Incredible.
That's yeah.
Is that what happened?
I think
Okay.
so.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's pretty damn wild right there. Okay. Green Laser, can you play ranked and show it on stream? We need content. I'm actually currently on Discord via my laptop and not my desktop. I wouldn't be able to micro very well with my with the trackpad, so not happening at this point. Can you stream your attempt at a job interview? I feel like it'd be grounds to get sued or something. Have like a lawsuit committed against me.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't seem like legal.
Yeah. Hi, Orange Laser Bug Fan. Okay. We are still waiting for updates on the situation with.
Yeah, I think they're just basically with their games and are. Oh, never mind. Mel streaming. Let's go.
Okay, so Mao is streaming. He's trying to stream the match. You know what it is, Cologne. I don't think Jake realized that his Discord crashed.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think he has any clue of the situation. So
I don't know how Mel figured out that the stream was down either, but he figured it out.
all right. Tiger said, "Bro, someone streams surgeries on TikTok as a doctor. I think it should be fine. Not everything on TikTok should be considered normal." And there's definitely, I tell you what, Clone, there's definitely a lot of things on TikTok which are definitely not normal.
Yeah, not normal. I think TikTok is, well, I don't think I'll give my opinion on TikTok. Seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, TikTok is, oh, look at this. We got a boost headed Jake's way, and he's down.
And
that's it. It's over.
Okay.
Mao's on to the finals.
Wait, what is this?
Jake is down before the game even gets going, and we're on to a 5-game sequence between Mao and Funny Name.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could actually tell what happened that game, but
I mean, he just straight up died.
Yeah, I guess they probably just leaked early game and then died to camos, but because Jake's stream crashed, we don't actually get to find out if that happened.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, TikTok, right? There's definitely a lot of things on TikTok where, Cologne, I'm a huge proponent of freedom of speech, except for the things that I see on TikTok.
Yeah, the things you see on TikTok are,
yeah,
probably shouldn't be published anywhere.
Yeah, there's definitely, there's probably about a good 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 laws that really should be written into legislation as a consequence of TikTok.
I think 6 might be too few.
Well, what are you thinking? Like 9?
Yeah, probably like
11?
9.
Okay.
Yeah, like 9 sounds good.
Yep. Tiger, shut up. We're not talking about that. That's not, man.
Have I seen YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels? I don't use Instagram, but YouTube Shorts are definitely they definitely rot your brain.
And there goes Tigers from the chats. So that's
oh,
not
how
me.
terrible.
Yep.
Bell definitely miss him. Yep.
Bummer.
Yep. Oh, how awful.
I love him to death, but he keeps finding ways to get himself banned from those chats. So.
Yeah, must be a coincidence every time, right?
Yep. Crazy. So, Mal versus Funny Name. So I am taking out Cologne. I am taking out a loan and putting my money on Mallow. I do like the betting odds.
Honestly, I think Funny Name has a good chance, depending on what they roll. But they
Well, I got my life.
Golden
I got my
and
life savings on you. So don't screw this
Wait.
one up, buddy. All right.
Wait,
Of
never
course,
mind. They
maybe,
got
maybe I'm
Druid
just
and
putting it on
Darling.
Mal because I will tell you, Cologne. I'm undefeated against Funny Name this season. But Mal is undefeated against me this season. So
Yeah, I mean, Mal was really good at Ace, but I don't know how good he is at not Ace.
that is true.
Mao Gimli Glider versus Funny Bunny Turbonic Tarango Trudge. Thank you, Wolfie.
Thanks, Welfie. I really appreciate that one. I don't know where I'd be without that that commentary. Yeah, we do apologize for the holdup. We are just trying to get some action on the way here.
Yeah, Mao was just struggling to get his Discord stream working without lagging, so
Okay.
it might take a second.
Where the hell? Where's Funny Name? Where the heck is Funny Name? Because I know he can. He should be able to stream fine, right?
Nope, never mind. Funny Name's doing it.
Okay. I'm sweating like hell in this commentary booth. I ain't gonna lie.
Early, they'll add Battle TV, so we don't have to deal with this next update.
Surely. I mean, it would have. I mean, that's definitely the one thing we could have used in update 4.0, but instead we got the trashing of the ladder system. So.
Wait, that was 4.0?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yep. What a. They, I love how they spent like probably a month developing that when the rank system worked. Well, not the rank system, the ladder system worked fine. But
Yeah,
I
ladder
guess
system's,
I guess it didn't work fine.
I don't know, man. All right, here we go. Game 1 of this 5-game series here. Mao versus Funny Name.
Yeah, they got Druid and Darling, if you're wondering.
Okay. Druid, Dartling, and we're going to be on Precious Space.
We'll probably go Smudge or Gwen. I'm not sure which one.
See, Funny Name is thinking about the tower he wants to pick here. Look at this.
Okay. I got a little surprised by Jago. Yeah, he probably meant to pick Fedora. Is he gonna pick Farm?
Dartling Druid Farm would definitely be a pretty exotic pick.
I think you need support for round 13. I think.
Yeah, because that. I mean, if you just try and go Dartling Druid defense for round 13, you're gonna run into some trouble.
Even if you had Gwen, I would be fine with Farm, but I don't think Fedora does enough.
Look at this, Dartling NG Druid.
Yeah, and Mal was probably gonna go Ice, go in the Kane strat.
Yeah, I like Dartling Druid Ice. I feel like that's a very that's pretty reliable here.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna destroy any islands or not, because they're both probably going Eco, right?
Right. So they're running space dependent. It's gonna be one of those things where maybe either opponent's just gonna match what the other one does. So it depends on how hard they want to greet this early game. Funny Name gonna start off.
Not sure why Funny Name is putting that Fedora spot to avoid Fedora 7 when his opponent does not have Fedora 7, but he chose to do that.
The only thing I can think of is giving himself a better Druid spot, but even then, I feel like there's better places to place that place Fedora. Because look at this, we're getting into round 2, and Funny Name's already taken quite a few leaks, and he hasn't gotten a Druid down yet. He's in quite a bit of trouble here, Cologne.
Yeah, but I mean, he was able to send max reds with Fedora, so as long as you don't leak down below 70, then you can still get max Druid buff.
Now, in the meantime,
Emo, your mic
traditional,
is kind of going crazy.
Wait, what's up?
Emo's mic is
Oh, I mean, I've had him on mute for a while. But
yeah. I just think it might affect the Twitch stream.
Oh, I see. So with Fumiko on either side, both players making it known that that they are playing eco strategies. Look at this crazy stall here from Funny Name, trying to get those Druid leaks in actually. Gotta be careful with that though, because now Mao packing on those pinks, trying to get an early game win right here. Funny Name sees the situation, points the Druid on first, trying to minimize those leaks. The magic number right here is 30. He does get down to 30 lives, and he does have comfortable defense with the Druid and the Dartling.
Okay, seems he's not gonna go for a life buff Avatar Wrath then. He does sell Top Island, which I don't know if I like.
I feel like it's worth it. I like it just because you're not losing too much space. Okay. Back to the action right here. Funny Name going to afford the Druid upgrade.
Okay. I got a little
Ooh.
confused as to why Mao was pointing Starling downwards. I forgot about the Druid. I don't like that Druid spot though.
Some really weird
I honestly,
choices here, I think. Yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna become. Because that's not a good Superstorm spot. It's not a good Avatar Wrath spot either. And you can't go for Sodif, so.
I'm a little concerned from both players here, Cologne, that the round 13 defense is going to be very expensive.
Yeah, it's probably going to be HRP and something else. They have a Druid to support them, so the Druid of whatever it's called, Druid or Lightning, and an HRP probably holds a pretty good amount. Because I thought early game they would just go for an O2 Darling and then get nothing else.
Oh, this is
Which can get a
surprising
little
here.
bit scary.
Mao picking up another Dartling against these yellow balloons. He's got quite a bit more defense on screen than Funny Name does at this point.
Yeah, an interesting thing that Funny Name could do that Mao can't is to go for a Ball Lightning, because he has the foam. We can get a Ball Lightning and foam if you guys allowed it.
Interesting. Money management is going to be the name of the game right here as these guys get ready for round 11. I wouldn't be surprised if this game gets quite standoffish here at this point. They do have the ability to sell land if they need to get those essential upgrades. Mao deciding to sell.
Yeah. I don't like land sell from Mao. I think it's better to keep that up. You're gonna need the room for your Druid farms.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal, isn't it? Because he is gonna max. Like if this game goes late, Cologne, he's maxed out on how much Druid farms he can place down. Check from Mao, just gonna force the HRP from Funny Name.
And another thing that I don't like from some of the top island is that that Funny Name can't get a Boom Trap on a good spot.
I see what you mean. He has to point his HRP in a rather awkward position in order to get a balloon trap in a good position. So I think action here for rushing is pretty much settled at this point. I don't think either player has any good reason to try and attempt to rush. And just as I say that, Funny Name going to try and check on Mao anyways. Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, it forces, I think it forces Lightning.
Oh! Check boost from Funny Name!
No, he just barely didn't have enough money. If he sent like one more or two more rainbows, he probably would have been able to at least get a boost.
You really want to try and sneak something by right there, Cologne. You really wanted to try and sneak it by, but he definitely overestimated how much his rush was doing.
Now I'm wondering how Mao is gonna get a life buff for a Superstorm. If that is, it's not a Superstorm, which I assume it's not.
I mean, the first opportunity would be round 18, no? Try and get some life buffs in.
Yeah, that's probably what he's gonna do.
Okay. Funny name shortening up on the eco. Kind of hedging his bets here for around 17. Not sure if I like that move though. I feel like we're in the environment here, Cologne, where it's wait. Look at this Cologne. Look at this Cologne. He wants to get the trap up. Although that's kind of a weird spot to. Oh, look at this! Sacrificing the NG. Moab, Arod, purples on top. This is definitely gonna force a Zeely 3, right? It gets the totem out.
Oh, did I?
And the boost.
Okay, it gets boost and totem. Oh, I
Boost and
now
totem.
see how I now understand how Mao's gonna get his leaks in.
There you go. Getting some of those druid leaks in.
Well, we kind of forgot to get the 002 druid. But...
Oh, yeah, okay, that is going to be a problem. Re-rush from Funny Name. This one's a big one. Sold some islands to fund it, too.
Oh, we got him
Two
to sell the
Moabs
mill
are
island.
run underneath.
That's okay. That was a really good rush then. Okay, that's gonna take away a lot of his room for his druids, and now he doesn't have a life buff.
Mal coming back. Remember, he got a lot of money from selling those islands. I know he's in a lot of trouble space-wise here, but now he's sending 2F Moabs Funny Name's way, trying to steal this game. Surrounds underneath! Purple's underneath! Trying to win the game!
Yeah, he should survive with Fedora 3, but I don't like going for Druid of Wrath there. I think it's better to go for Druid of the Storm. Because then you can go for a Populous for Rerush, which you're most likely going to
Funny
need.
Name can't help but fire back. 2F Moabs. Malo's way. Is Rocket Storm back up? 3, 4, 5 F Moabs. Proper all out from Funny Name. He's selling everything. Only HRP left on Funny Name's screen to win the game. Rocket Storm from Malo to defend. More rushing from Funny Name. Lots of purples. 3XX Druid, plus the Rocket Storm, plus the Buckshot. Mallow still in this game. Lots of purples from Funny Name. He's putting everything into this rush. The natural Moab racing through on Funny Name's side of the screen. Meanwhile, Sarams, purples, Azalea 3. Mallow doing everything to keep the game under control. The 4XX Druid plus the Dartlings, they're going to defend. Funny Name is going to lose the game.
Yeah, I honestly, that was a fun ending, but I don't think Funny Name should have re-rushed there. He can defend the counter pretty easily.
Funny Name, I think Funny Name saw that, he saw Rocket Storm, right? Saw that it was depleted and just thought he could just rush through Rocket Storm, but I think he underestimated the supporting defense that Mao had there.
He has a Sealy Totems, he has a Populous, not Populous, oh my god, I'm forgetting what the upgrade's called.
Ball Lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Ball Lightning,
Ball
and
Lightning.
even if you do try to layer something under Ball Lightning, then you can just use the Sealy 3 to make it pop purples, and nothing's gonna work.
Yeah, he was definitely overeager there with his rushing attempts, Cologne. So probably I think he probably overestimated how much floating cash Mala had. You know, those islands, right? When you sell those islands, you lose space, but you gain money. You gain a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like 8K for that middle island, no?
Yeah, I don't think you need to sell any islands though. I think you can just totem and use Ball Lightning.
Probably, but I think the key factor there was just trying to judge the amount of money that he had, even after all those rushes. So
He was in a really good spot after that rush. He's got him to sell all of his middle island and was just out to a Wrath. But I guess he just got greedy and thought he could win.
So Mao up one game on Funny Name after a successful defense sequence. So Funny Name needs to try and win game 2, get back in this series, even it up, make it nice and competitive. It was competitive in game 1, I would say. So just wasn't quite able to close the deal on that one after gaining the advantage in that rush sequence.
This time they got Druid and Boat, so I'm not sure what map they're gonna pick. Oh, he's going for Basalt.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough, no?
I guess going Druid Boat sub.
Man, that's gonna be really difficult to play. I mean, it's not like
Maybe
you can
Mortar.
You know, my issue with Cologne is that you can't just Druid start on this map like the good old days, right? Because you know, even in Druid meta, right? You play Druid on this map, you could be subjected to some pretty sick layering on round 9, and
Yeah, but the difference this time is that he has Boat, so Boat should kind of help circumvent layering.
both players going for Fedora. That should also help with some of the early game defense. Mao up 1-0. He's on the right side of the screen. Funny Name on the left. This is game 2 of the Popology Weekly 15 Finals. And this is definitely going to be intense right away here.
I wonder if they'll put the druid at the top or the bottom.
I think he's definitely eyeing the bottom spot. That's what he's definitely doing. I don't like this Fedora spot here, Cologne, because that Fedora is not going to be able to take care of the naturals at all.
Well, they don't have Jericho, so you should be fine. Oh,
Okay,
Mao
so
kind of messed up his druid spot, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a concern here. These guys are going to be firing at each other right from the get-go here, Cologne. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a death before round 5. Look at that layering there from Funny Name. Reds, blues, greens. Just poking at him right there. Mao
Honestly,
microwave
with
the
Murder
druid.
or Fedora, I probably would have put the druid at the top. Because with Fedora 3, you have enough cleanup for F-Mob inside, so you don't really need the druid help out.
You know, the one concern about going greens on round 2, Cologne, is that really does hurt your eco for later part of this game.
Yeah, especially on Basalt, where the rounds get really, really stalled out.
Mao down to 30 lives already. He's going to upgrade his druid to the lightning druid, 202 druid. Funny Name hasn't done the same yet, but he will do soon. There he goes. But Funny Name didn't quite get all of his leaks in.
He's in a good spot, though. Forced the opponent's lightning really early and made him sack eco. And he got extra eco from layering in the first place, so I think Funny Name is just now up eco, up lives, and in a better spot overall.
So you'd rather have the extra eco right now than the full life buff.
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna get a merchant before round 5 anyways.
Yellow says it's been so long since we saw Druid on Basalt. That's definitely true right here. I really, I think the more I think about it, I do like Funny Name's chances here to even up the series.
I'm wondering if Melo's going sub or mortar.
You think that boat spot's going to be any indicator? Look at that boat spot there towards the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, that boat spot's probably more sub oriented because you want your subs to be at the top.
All right, crucial round for both players right here. If they want to get that boat farm, this is kind of the round to do it.
Yeah, honestly, if Funny Name stopped a little bit earlier, he could have probably gone in the last round. Stopped equaling earlier, I mean.
I think Funny Name's misjudging the situation here. So watch these yellows come through, and they're going to get one more eco tick here. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but now Funny Name just has more eco. And it's just going to keep getting a bigger and bigger lead in eco.
Yeah, so you see what happened there, Cologne. Both those players actually misjudged. They could have waited one extra eco tick to get that Merchantman, and had Mao been observant enough to know that, right, he could have actually at least tried to catch up in the eco game before getting his Merchantman, kind of keep the eco game manageable, but instead, they just did the same thing, and Funny Name still has that eco lead here on round 7, now round 8 of this game.
Yeah, purples could get a little scary. But
I think it'll be fine. I mean, if it really gets that scary, right, you can just cross-path your Merchantman.
I think if Funny Name just stops sending purples for a bit and lets the Druid pop AI, he can probably layer something with purples on top and maybe force a boost.
Too late for that, though. Now round 9 started. That's not going to happen. But now he's going to send some zebras. Remember, there's some layering angle here. So look at this.
He is going
10
sub,
zebras.
Okay. So I guess Funny Name's going to have to... if I were Funny Name, I would stop equaling right now and try to save up for around 11 rush.
Good response, though, from Mao. You see Mao here. He's actually stopped his deco.
Yeah, you need to save up for around 11 rush because Reactor Druid does not defend. And if you can get a boost, you can very, very easily kill round 13.
Oh, but look at the Funny Name. He's not going to have rushing money because he's invested in the mortars. Mao did buy his reactor anyways. He's going to check with zebras, but Mao can defend without boost just fine, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money to get through.
That was a really ill-informed rush there from Funny Name. Mao knew that he didn't have the money there, and that was a great grind there, great hold. Oh, look at this, camo purples, trying to catch Funny Name out. And now Funny Name doesn't have a lot of floating cash here, so Mao's got to be thinking, okay, maybe my opponent needs to sell his Merchantman to get the Shell Shock. That's a possibility, and I don't think he's going to act on it, but...
No, you definitely shouldn't, because if you do force the Merchantman sell, then you're put in a spot where you need to defend the counter rush. And with sub, that's not going to be easy.
So there you go. Mao, following your analysis, Clone, doesn't rush, Oh, he's gonna go for the rush now. Saw that Funny Game was trying to go for the Druid farm. Big boost. This is the take game 2. Funny Game defends, but there's the
Mao
round
can't do a lot
16
here,
angle
so
here.
can afford big one.
Yeah, this is the best Funny Game's going to be able to do here is get Mortar Triplet in that Druid, and he could very well be down right here. Here it is. Mao to win the game, selling
Mao should not
everything.
be on here.
Huge
No, you can
R-Rod
just
right
don't big
here.
one. Oh.
Oh, it's going to be close right there. Mortar Triplet plus a little extra help.
And he's
Fedora 3
gonna
going to
be fine
defend.
despite really butchering that defense up. I guess Mortar's just
And that's not game over quite yet.
no, they can't defend Saram allowed.
Yeah, Saram, it's now over once he sends the Sarams. He's got to sell some
Yeah.
defense though, I think, to make this one happen.
That was just a terrible out.
I tell you what, Clone, I really did think Mao had a prime opportunity there to try and go for the rerush, and your analysis proved correct right there. That was not a good decision from Mao to go for that all out and try and win the game. Funny Game able to defend, even though the defense was kind of sloppy, right? Got Mortar Triplet, plus an extra Mortar, plus the Druid, plus Fedora 3, able to defend just fine, even after Mao activated Fedora 7 to try and get those balloons moving a little faster through the defense.
Yeah.
All right, so tied series. After this is the second consecutive game, Clone, that's ended in a rather ill-informed rush sequence. It makes you wonder if these guys are going to try and play maybe a bit more passive in this third game and try and wait until those tight rushes in about the round 20 or so.
Man, I'm looking at the chat and I'm just
Don't let them be, Clone. They're just having their fun. It's like,
okay.
yeah, they're just it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, I just lost 30 IQ points reading that chat, Clone.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Alright, this time they got Ninja and Mortar, so
That's a really
depending on the
exotic
map they pick,
combination.
this could be either really boring or pretty interesting.
Now, I think both of these players with a propensity towards rushing Cologne, I think they're going to pick a map which is going to lean into that playstyle. I don't think either of these guys are going to go for any of those longer maps.
Yeah, so you gotta go Striker back here. You're not gonna survive from 13 without that.
Here we go. We're on Banana Depot. Mao has picked Banana Depot. Funny Name trying to decide the hero he wants to go. He's thinking a little bit here.
If you're not gonna go Packer or Striker, you gotta go Gwen. Anything else is I don't think anything else is gonna work out. He
Look at
goes
this.
Quincy. Oh, he goes
And
Ben.
now
Okay.
Ben. Wow. tell you
Okay,
what,
that's
Cologne.
not a farm either. Well,
You were pretty set on what hero these guys should pick, and neither player went for that option. Neither player went Striker. Neither player went Gwen. We got Ben on Mao's side. We got Quincy on Funny Name's side. I like the Ben pick, though. I really like the Ben pick.
I mean, when are you gonna put Ben down? Because you gotta do Mortar start, right? Unless you go like some weird Ninja Alch Mortar garbage. Oh, I guess you could go Tack Mortar Ninja. I didn't consider that for some reason. Okay.
Ace? Are you kidding me?
Well,
Mao is
fortunately,
going Ace?
Funny Name is not going farm, so he's gonna get away with this.
I don't understand why Mao was going Ace on Banana Depot Cologne.
If you had biker bones, then I would say that's fine. But
I mean, he's a sitting duck.
I mean, but it worked out because Funny Name can't really rush. But I think it's a pretty bad pick.
I mean, Cologne, my concern is that Mao could very well just die to Funny Name's eco.
No, the Ace does not. Never mind, he's going for that cross path. He might die. what is going on?
This is, I mean, I'm just, my mind is just perplexed right now. I cannot make sense of what's happening in this game.
Like you can go bomb ray start. It works pretty well on this map. But I don't even know.
Meanwhile, on Funny Name's side, you see he's trying to make Ninja Alk start work. He started with Alk, placed down Quincy, and is hopeful to upgrade the Ninja in time. Now, I am a little concerned about Funny Name's start clone because Funny Name went quite aggressive on his blue eco on round 3 on a map which is inherently going to have quite a bit of anti-stall, although I will say you see Mao microing his ace like crazy, and that is naturally producing stall in this game. Oh, and a boost! Boost from Mao, unforced boost against the eco.
I don't know what's going on.
Now round 5, Space White's coming out, and again, Mao is going to be in some serious trouble here if he doesn't get his essential upgrade
Is he
here on
going
this
for
ace right away.
Nevermiss?
Big boost from Funny Name, trying to get Nevermiss in time. He does get Nevermiss.
Yeah.
He might trickle leak a little bit, but he still is fine. Ooh.
Yeah, no,
gonna triple
he'll
you down.
survive. He won't die.
Nice.
I just don't understand why you would start with Nevermiss.
Yeah. So I think the big question now, from the perspective of Funny Name, is, Mao is probably going to have a weak round 11 here. Is Funny Name going to have the chance to punish that? And now he's got a boost. He's got a boost. He's got a boost against
No,
Eco.
the one
Unforced boost
upset
from
of going
Funny Name.
Nevermiss is that your round 11 and round 13 is going to be really good because you can just get Shell Shock and Nevermiss. Nevermiss is going to catch every single Zebra, and then Shell Shock could clean up.
Oh, Funny Name's in a bit of trouble here because he wanted to get Berserker Brew with this Eco Tick. He didn't get it. Now he's finally going to get it, and he's going to lose the game.
Dead.
He's going to lose
Yeah,
the game. It's over.
This was just
Funny
a game
Name
error.
over Eco'd, intended to get Berserker Brew, missed it by $1, and Mao wins by sending yellows his way.
That was just one of the games.
That is the worst game of balloons that I have ever witnessed in my whole life.
Yeah.
That was balloons.
That was balloons.
Yep.
Many of them.
Just there was no rushing, no defense, right? No plays of the game, just straight ass.
Yeah.
All right, so since Mao wanted to lose the game less, he is up 2-1 in the series. Funny Name gets to pick the next map and try and bring this series to a game 5.
Oh, they got Dart Mortar. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna see Dart Mortar Farm, no?
No, we're actually gonna see Dart Mortar Sniper Striker Jones Mirror on the map Summon Ladder. So.
Shoot me.
No, you're probably gonna see Dart Mortar Farm. Or no. I don't know.
All right. So we're going to see some more traditional. We're definitely fixing to see some more traditional Battles 2 gameplay here. I think it's whether or not Funny Name can outwit Mao, force game 5.
No.
I can't on this map right here. Time's up.
No.
I can't see any other possible.
No. Okay. I did not want to see a game on that map.
Star.
Yeah, I'm fine with Star.
Still picking.
Star's cool. Inflection's fine. Sod is fine. Oh, it's in the wall, man. I don't like that. Okay, just pick a map.
Just pick a map, or I'm gonna come in there and pick one for you. All right, Funny Name. And you ain't gonna like what I'm gonna pick either. I want to see a boring round 30 Eco versus Eco with no rushes aside from regular Eco. I hope that the pillow that you lay on tonight in bed is cold.
This is like, okay, I don't like this one, but it's fine.
Well, here we go. Cologne, I know you love the strategy. I know you've been able to harness this one to kind of climb through these home ranks. So curious to see your thoughts here as both these players are going to mirror each other here. Fedora, Dart, Mortar Farm, definitely. I can't see any other possibility here.
Well, now the first thing they should do is not get at trip darts.
Oh, Funny Name.
And you got a trip darts. That's bad.
Interesting dart spot there. Mal going to start off with Fedora.
Then they should do okay.
And a second dart there from Mallow. And
I mean, with
spot.
Fedora, like if you know you're gonna be in a mirror, you can just get a crossbow and that defends until round 11 with just Fedora. But they don't know that, I guess.
I'm very curious here about Mallow's dart spot. You know, that's a very stall-esque dart,
that's a
dart
spot. It's a spot.
That's a spot.
Have you not seen this spot before?
Yeah, I've seen this
It's awesome.
spot before, but
it's really cool.
I'm just surprised by it. I mean, it gives me the impression that Mallow is actually playing Dart Mortar Eco.
He might, actually. But I mean, he could also just be doing double spot start, which is a funny thing you can do.
We'll figure this out here in round 3.
He's sending yellow, so he's not farm.
Yellow, so this looks like farm, yeah.
I like Mao's Fedora spot if you go trip start, but not if you don't go trip start.
I'm surprised though that the dogma is to start with Fedora and not Dart. I've been Dart starting on this map, Clone.
Oh, it just depends on the matchup. Generally, trip to start is better because it doesn't deal with eco completely. But if you know you're gonna be in a Dart from mirror, a Dart from mirror, a Dart from mortar mirror, then you can just get Fedora and crossbow and have that defend until literally round 11. And you don't need any defense other than that.
So Funny Name was a little off on his dart spot, and you see why here, because Fedora, you know, even with Fedora, he is trickle leaking here. Gonna get the crossbow up. Try and get the crossbow up. Really needs to get this Fedora 5 ability activated quick, otherwise he's leaking a lot. He's gonna leak down about 60 lives here. 76 lives, sorry.
Yeah, Mel said should defend this now.
It really is a judgment call whether or not you can get away with Fedora 5ing those whites that get by at first. In this case, Funny Name was a little overeager there on the greed. Meanwhile, Mao also having some trickle leaks of his own. You see he's down to 59 lives, so neither player particularly handling the early game well on the live side, although you do see that their farms still are pretty good. Oh, Mao's in some trouble here. Look at this. He's still
his
leaking.
Fedora spot is just not
Now
good.
he's spamming darts, and he's in a lot of trouble here. He's boosting. He is going to survive, but only on 1 life remaining.
Okay, I'm convinced that they were both paid to throw the last 2 games.
I don't understand exactly. I
Okay.
don't get it. I don't get it, Cologne, because okay, so now Mao's got the jug, but even then
he's on 1 life, so unfortunately his Fedora spot's not gonna make him survive. But you know,
I mean he's one bad jug miss away from just losing the game. There he goes. He gets the dart. It's not gonna hit all of the leaks, or is it?
Nope, no, he's alive.
He's
chilling.
Okay. He's still chilling, but you know, all of this is all happening here. Funny Game is able to take the farm lane. He's got 3 times 2 farms. Mao only has 2. And even still, Funny Name could put some pressure on him with some regen zebras.
They're both trolling so hard.
Maybe not. That was actually a really bad move. I gotta be honest. And I'm not sure why Funny Name's still trying it. He still is trying it, but the Juggernaut's gonna be able to kind of run through here. Clone, I think if you're Funny Game, you got to be thinking that Mao might just want to choke rush here, knowing that he's played a really bad early game.
Yeah, but Mao doesn't like rushing, so you can probably just go for a planet or a bank or anything that isn't nothing. But you know,
Funny Name declined to get farm upgrades pre-round 12, and that is letting Mao climb back into this game just a little bit here. I know he didn't exactly play a good early game, Cologne, but it's not like Mao is completely down and out of this just yet. He still has some farms and some eco.
He has less eco, less farms, less lives, less farms, worse defense. You know,
I'm trying to make Mao feel better. Please affirm my commentary,
I like everybody's comment on this.
Oh, look at this! A check rainbow rush from Funny Name. Mao gonna Fedora 3 to defend it, and Funny Name immediately coming back for more.
Gets a sharpshooter, but his truck spot's not very
That's
good.
Gonna force game 5 right away.
Okay, so generally, Fallout Masters players are the players with the most experience in the game. They are very flexible and usually focus on several strategies that work.
Clone, shut up. We're not reading that. We're not reading that. That's not. Update that description, okay? We're not using that to describe Han players anymore. Okay. We're not doing that. Nope. It's not.
I guess he just wants that game 5 really bad.
However, many of them are not actually skilled, as a lot of them tend to either abuse bugs, overdefend, or underdefend a lot, and so on, which can be discouraging, especially given the lack of the option to drop out of Hall of Masters.
He got village and glue. Oh hell no. Can we re-roll this one, Emo?
Oh boy. Monkey Village and Glue Gunner have been rolled for game. Oh wait, are we gonna Come on, don't. We gotta keep it. We gotta keep it. We gotta.
You're
keep
gonna
it.
be a Glue Farm Village mirror or a Dark Village Glue mirror, and I don't want to watch either of those.
Because we've already gone so far down the rabbit hole that
It's already so terrible.
we might as well finish this. All right, we might as well.
Going Botfac, Cyber Quincy, Glue Farm Village.
We're not going Bot Fact though. We're not going Bot. Do not pick Bot Fact. That is banned for a reason. All right, we are not going Bot Factory.
Oh, Botfac is banned. This is so sad.
I'm not calling a Bot Fact game. All right. You got to put poor Cologne to sleep. Actually, you know what? No. It's going to be exciting because one of you guys are going to die to something stupid. I mean,
it's probably gonna be better played than the last 2 games at the very least.
Right. I mean, I just wish Mao played this bad when I'm up against him.
When you were facing him, yeah.
Yeah. Mao against me in ranked is like, I mean, it's absolute expert, dude. You know, I mean, he knows how to work that tab key on that ace monkey, right? He's got good strategy, good rushing power. You know, he's just a solid all around player, right? And that's not the Mao that we've seen in this finals. I actually kind of forgot how he even won games in this series, Cologne. But you know what? Actually, the way that he won games was from funny name.
Yeah,
just
for
not
funny
wanting
name.
to win.
Okay, so the first one was funny name trolling. The second one was funny name trolling. The third one was Mao trolling, and the fourth one was Mao trolling. So I'm starting to see a trend.
Okay.
Okay, they're going Cyber Quincy, Glue Farm Village. Let's go.
Okay.
No, this is a finals for sure.
This is definitely going to be a finals right here. But certainly, we can't see any big screw ups, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
So, Jill says, is $1 lost on round 1, $50 less by round 11. That's a good rough rule. So
yeah,
and
that's
yeah.
about right. Well, at least this game's gonna be more interesting than the last 4. So.
Yep. I mean, I'm shocked at what happened in Game 4, Cologne. You know, because Dark Mortar Farm has been.
It's not even a hard strat to play.
I mean, I was able to adapt to it pretty easily, having played a lot of Attack Mortar Farm.
Funny name betrayed him.
Oh my god. There's no damn honor in this one. There is no damn honor in this one. Whew. Hope y'all are enjoying this one. I really hope y'all are enjoying it. Gameplay between 2 Hall of Masters players. I promise you that they really are Hall of Masters players. I mean, Cologne, please affirm my commentary here.
I don't even know what to say.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. So, I guess I'll just keep up with the chat here.
Yeah, there's
generally Hall of Masters players are typically the players that make me want to kill myself. These players are usually incredibly disabled on what loadouts they bring in, and usually can't.
Oh, they're running it back.
They usually can't fucking focus on several solid strategies that work. However, many of them are not actually disabled, just straight ass and 3 fire emojis, as a lot of
Yep.
them tend to either upwind, over defend, or under defend a lot, and so on, which can be depressing, especially given the fact that they are unable to drop out of Hall of Masters.
Which will be changed next update.
Game 5! Here it is, baby!
He betrayed him again.
Can Mao do it despite the circumstances?
He's gonna pretend like he didn't betray him. He's pretending.
Even then, though, Cologne, I mean, Mao's got farm.
I mean, Dark Village. I mean, Dark Village. You just have a tower that does something.
Mao's leaking a little bit here to start off this game. It's a little concerning here. And that layering is going to become an issue. Remember, Cyber Quincy has the cooldown before round 3. If you buy a Cyber Quincy 3, it does take a little bit before he comes up. Mao already down to 85 lives. These guys over-ecoed by a bunch, Cologne.
Yeah, some heavy over eco. No, the play, if you were gonna betray Mao, the play would have been to actually go tack. So then you go pocket tack when your opponent inevitably all outs.
Okay, blue eco from Mao, blue eco from Funny Game. Oh, and boosted yellows! Funny Game buying Cyber Quincy, but he's not going to be able to use it in time. Boost from Funny Game. This game already action-packed. Mao trying to end it already. Funny Game gonna be down without boost. Meanwhile, Mao is handling the balloons on his screen okay. Remember, he has Cyber Quincy 3 if necessary. On to round 4. Possibly the possibility of layering those pinks on top of those blues to create some havoc for those 2 glue gunners on Mao's
that's
side.
flat. It's not gonna do anything. If anything, it's gonna make you defend worse because you're not gonna get the corrosive.
It's gonna be interesting right here. Okay, I think things are manageable right now, but you gotta get the glue hose up before round 5, certainly, when those spaced whites become available to both players. Also gotta watch when Cyber Quincy 3 is gonna be available again. I want to think, Cologne, that for both these players, it should be available in time for that round 5 pressure. Both players gonna test each other with those white balloons. Mao getting up a farm.
Nope. Mao did not betray Funny Name. It's very sad to watch.
So is Funny Name going to use the Cyber Quincy 3 ability here? I know at some point he's got to sell into the glue hose here. A lot of RBE here on both players' screens, and I know that they can't just hold this spaced eco forever, you know?
I think they need to get
I think this is a
solver.
mistake from Funny Name here. There he goes. Now he gets the glue hose.
The fuck it. It's a glue assess. It's well, we got a glue village. And the only way to make Glue Village interesting is to make it a Glue Farm Village mirror. The problem is that Funny Name did not go Glue Farm Village.
But again, Mao's got farm. He's got some options if he's able to survive here. Just depends. There you see the eco from Funny Name.
Why is Mao defending so much better?
So I think that yellow eco from Funny Name is the first indication to Mao that something is up and that he's not playing in a mirror match. And
No, Mao knows. He realized it. He looked at the chat and then called Funny Name a clown. So he knows.
He knows.
Funny Name is pretending like he doesn't have dart, so he's probably gonna pull out a pocket jug or something. I don't know.
These purples are getting kind of interesting here. You know, at some point these guys got to build up top path glue.
Mao's apparently stream scumming.
Well, there's no honor in this matchup anymore, Cologne. Funny Name's gone ahead and he's bought the 3XX glue. Regen Zebras could do some damage here, so got to make sure you have that grow blocker on the village up and ready to go. So Mao does get that up.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna do damage to either of them. I
I
don't like that dissolver spot.
Yeah, that's not because the glue hose could break up some
Yeah,
really high HP
it's just gonna
balloons
get your
beforehand.
gears capped.
Now, I think it remains to see whether or not Funny Game can exploit that though. He's kind of cucked he's cucked himself here on the village.
Nah, he got it.
Okay, so I think if he places it there, I think a big issue here is that he's got to get higher range on that village as well.
No, it reaches the dissolver.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. It does. Okay, yeah, you're right.
So what are the honorary rules or this bro mode? It's basically they rolled Glue Village, which is like the most cancer loadout you can possibly get in the game.
Camo purples headed Funny Name's way. Will he get camo in time? Racing to the exit. Can Funny Name survive? Yes, he does.
Okay, now is when Funny Name pulls out the dart if he's gonna betray Mao.
Again, Mao knows that he can't. He really shouldn't try and rerush. He is going to try and send a bunch of rainbows anyways here.
No way, that defends.
That is a really ill-informed move.
That doesn't defend. My bad.
Boosted purples here from Mao, but it's game over.
Did you see that 3-2-0 glue defend? Didn't even have boost or Quincy ability.
And for the second straight week, Mao has made it to the finals and will not get to win the tournament. Funny Game does take it.
How did that defend?
Cologne, I love you, but you got to know that that probably was the most ill-informed rerush from Mao. I love you, Cologne, but that's not going to get through 11 times out of 10.
Yes, 3-2-0 glue. It's $2,000. That should not defend and allowed. I'm just mad that defended.
Funny Game takes the win, 3-2. And I tell you what,
the final ever.
We got 5 games. They were games in which players
played. They played. Yeah, they sent balloons too.
They sent balloons, and in each game, there was a winner.
Yeah, that was also a loser.
Yep, there was a loser. So I think we do need to clarify next time for these guys that the goal is to win the games. You are supposed to defend the balloons that are being sent to your side. You are meant to.
They did not.
Yep. You are meant to send balloons to overwhelm your opponent. You win the game when you do that.
And they did win when they did that.
Yeah, but I don't think they even realized that they won when they did won Cologne. So
I accidentally left the voice channel. Whoops.
So yeah.
Yeah, so next time we're banning Village, right?
I think I think the next time we're just gonna how do we
how about we ban throwing?
What we'll do, we'll give the spoon treatment. That's what we'll do, Colin. We'll give each of these players like a coach, right? To remind them how to play battles too, and hopefully they listen. All right, I know Spoon didn't listen when he got
yeah, no, Spoon did not listen when Whitmere told him to get a 3-3 or 1 NG.
But that's Spoon Oil, right? Spoon Oil never listens, right?
He's an outlier, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, yeah.
Just ban random duels. I know it was fine until this match. Everything before this match was completely fine, and then the last 5 games were terrible.
Hey, yeah. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. 8 red balloon camp players being coached by home players. Better managed one wins.
Yeah, I think we need to get some CMG Superdome players to coach them. They might be better than these guys.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay, to be fair, he did roll NG Super, Mortar Village, and Blue Village, but like, you know. Yeah.
Well, I'm out of here. I'm definitely out of here. So we'll catch you all around next week.
A journey of
so
8 Red Bloom Camp players being coached by Han players does sound pretty fun, though.
yeah, it does sound fun. So we will be taking Funny Name and Mao. We'll be taking them out back, shooting them, and replacing them with properly skilled
Yeah.
Han players for the next tournament. So that this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, we just gotta get
Um,
Alex in his P. He might be
Yeah,
might be
Alex is
better.
pretty good. He's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty good. Yeah. So
I think we also gotta get Pilot Jones in there too.
yep.
Yep.
Joel the Parrot. Yeah. All right, I'm out of here. Yep.
Goodbye. Now you gotta find someone to raid, I think. That's how this works, right? The best of the best. You could try to get Alex in his P on Popology. Well, if you can shut the fuck up. No. I will keep talking. Hello, it says Choco Mountain. Yes, that's my name. Hello. I think that's the last time that's gonna happen. That's probably for the best. Isn't the start of your Joker arc? Got betrayed, yeah. No, the random trio loadouts are a lot less fun. Random one tower, you can just end up ignoring the rules basically. You're gonna end. You're gonna write anyone or not. There's literally no one. Oh, unlucky. Well, goodbye, I guess.